Hi. Not Nana with a stretched butthole. That's funny. How did you figure that out? So hello Orville, hello Two Flower. Is that you? Or is that someone? Is it just happens to look like you? Oh no, that's someone else. It looks like you. You have that. At least your character looks like that. I like playing with emotes. I know you do. I'm obsessed with those answers that we had. Hold on, let me pull that up because that shit made me laugh so hard. Was it the first game we played that had it in there? It was just the delivery of the first time it was said. Hold on. The first delivery. Yeah. After 3 years of marriage, your spouse reveals they are a secret agent. Their mission. Wait, why did it do that? Their mission. They've been assigned to. What? The picture changed. Hold on. Yes, that's an emote from Jelly Crown who voices the scam phone call character in this game. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. I want to look at this picture better. But it like zoomed in and changed the font. They've been assigned to take... Whatever. It was like the delivery of... They've been assigned to John Kerry. As if John Kerry is a verb. And I love that, and I think that's iconic. Anyway, we were playing a Jackbox game. That's all I'm referencing, and it made me laugh. Yes, I like that one too, because it's the... Have you seen that pose, that like meme about the lesbian pose? It's like every animated lesbian in any show is doing that pose. That one only works if your Twitch chat is really long and wide. But I do think that's fun. Just went along with it, yeah. Anyway, how's everybody today? I hope you're all hanging in. Now I want to play with the emotes. I found this one. Hold on. It's a mimic. It's a little pot. And I love it. And it's my new friend. Football playing cheese. Hello Jay, how are you? It's been a minute. I hope that you're doing okay. Oh, I got some emotes from people I don't even remember following. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I have some really good emotes that I could mess around with. Yeah. There we go. There's one. Not too sure, but I'm here. That's okay. I love that Lechonk is also a global emote. I think that's like one of the cutest things. Like Lechonk made it. I think that's really cute. Anyway, I hope everyone's hanging in there, doing their best. And sipping their water, stay hydrated. Sipping water makes me feel good. Anyway, if you have not kept up with anything in my playthrough of Shadow over Cyberspace, you're gonna be like, huh, what the fuck? So Jay, if you're here, you're gonna have no idea what the fuck's going on. But that's okay. Buckle in, buckaroo.
Hey, what the fuck?
Exactly. That's exactly how he's gonna react. So, alright, let me turn off the tunes and turn up the game. Basically, we got a big ol' lore drop. Spoiler, giving you 5 seconds to mute if you don't want to be spoiled. 2, 3, 4, 5. Cthulhu is Ronald Reagan! So we're here to take down Ronald Reagan. So, last week we were trying to get the gang, like everybody who's It feels really quiet to me. We're trying to get everyone to side with us. My ultimate goal is to get everyone together to side against Cthulhu. It's gonna be hard because everyone's basically a political axis, so I gotta get them all to meet in the middle. And I feel like so far, I think getting Yogg will be pretty easy enough. Just speaking his language a bit. It'd be kind of hard for me, I feel, to get shit, what's his name? Haster, because I have to put down some of my values. And he already thinks I'm a criminal, so. And then talking with Azza, super easy. That's easy, you know? We can call Haster out on his BS. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to call him out on his BS in a tactful way, so that, like, he's not, you know, poo-pooing everything I say. Luckily, he wants to learn. At least that's how I feel. He has that air of wanting to learn things. And then with Nyara, I'm in a tricky spot where, like, I love them and their chaos and everything about them, but I'm not an anarchist, so I gotta challenge them in a way that isn't going to offend. And be like, hey buddy, we need some level of not chaos. I love your chaos. However, we need a little structure here and there. Little structure. I'm assuming you're neurodivergent. Your structure feels tasty. From what we've seen last, Haster is by far the most amenable reason of the four. Yeah, exactly. I guess like Yogg's got his head in the clouds, so I feel why you disagree with him on most. He's most likely to actually listen to your disagreements. Yes. Yeah, he's actually gonna listen to me. Is he gonna follow through? I don't know. He's a billionaire or something like that. He's got a lot of money. He seems like the kind of guy who doesn't back down from his own shit, so hopefully he listens. Before we go on, I'm gonna move my spoons over. I'm probably at like a 5.5 today, actually. There. Okay. Bad dreams. Over now. New day ahead of me. Focus on the new day. But I should probably hit the bathroom first before diving into that conspiracy central. I deserve a refresher after that. Yeah. This game came out at a great time. It's like, I'm like, ooh, I feel that. I've been deep diving on conspiracies. I need to breathe. This is my therapy. I don't need therapy when I have this game. I've been keeping the lights low in my bedroom and bathroom to avoid migraines after waking up. Yeah, just don't ever turn on your head the light on your ceiling. I like to shower in the dark. Oh god. Okay, well, game over. It's over for me. Fuck. Okay, so that's just a lot of bruises and hopefully not anything fractured as I crash into some furniture on the way down. At least my vision's cleared. Normal, ordinary, boring living room without a horrifying window specter. Just ignore the very, very real feeling of what I saw. Ignore that and the pain. Push on through. As someone who suffers from migraines, I don't hallucinate people. I do tend to see a lot of, like, black speckles. But, like, never quite like that. If this is semi-biographical for Two Flower, if you see men at your window, please get help. We have no messages.
We have no new messages.
Iconic. Alright, have a sandwich. Sandwich time. Let's get talking to our dog. Bark. No hallucinations, but I've fallen down and hurt myself a few times recently. Buddy. Oh. Well, I mean, that's also Buddy up there. But, like, your buddy, okay? I'm glad that you're taking care of yourself, you know, taking meds, hopefully, and resting as much as you need to, and drinking lots of water. Maybe some tea as well. Excedrin is my bestie. And I'm remembering the time when the internet did not have dark mode. Yeah. I have to wonder if this game would have hit hard if we had averted the stupidest timeline. Honestly, though, like I said, this came out at the right time. It's like you're a prophet or something. You need to write something fluffy and sweet, and then, that like, makes everyone go, yeah, the world is doing better. But I do like that your games are edgy. Like, it hits perfectly into the kind of, like, the sweet spot of edgy enough, sweet enough. So, although if we had averted it, I wouldn't be worried about this being classified as pornography and banned. That's true, that's true. I haven't seen a single nipple yet, so I think you're doing fine. Yeah. Well, yeah, there was that problem with Renpai that just happened, so... Yeah. Anyway, visual novels are amazing and stimulate your brain in a different way than pornographic ones do. So, hello friend, it is December 10th, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Let's do some research. Load that shit up. I'm scared we're gonna fall at the bowling alley. I forgot we have to go to the bowling alley. Alright, Maddie's rant corner. The burned down army exists and doesn't exist. You've heard me rant about anonymous groups before. Well, toss another log on the bonfire because we've got a new one. Recently, a Confederate war memorial got defaced. Statue torn down, head cut off. Less impressive than it sounds. They're not solid brass. Those things were made cheap as hell by Daughters of the Confederacy to intimidate black people. Graffiti nearby read, "Burn down army," and Y2K is coming, and death to all gods. Naturally, the corrupt local cops are claiming this is a hate crime by godless anarchists, and the huckster preachers are screaming about persecution. But let's look past that part. If the Burn Down Army exists, it's yet another completely decentralized organization that anyone can float in or out of at any time. It's a branding exercise, a self-anointed label. I've seen it mostly associated with Crawlster, but really anyone could decide to be in the Burn Down Army. And that worries me. Sure, trashing a traitor statue is good fun. American gladiators outlasted the Confederacy, let's let that sink in. But the Oklahoma City bombers thought that they were the good guys too. What happens when anyone in the army decides vandalism ain't enough? Now, Maddie's an old bastard, I fully acknowledge this. Don't think I've ultimately any right to tell the oppressed they're doing the revolution wrong. On the other hand, maybe it's time for the young to throw a Molotov into the works, 'cause the works ain't working for many. I just hope they've got good aim, because fires have a bad habit of spreading to the ones you never want to incinerate in the first place. I love you, Maddie J. You're a real one. That's my homeboy, Maddie J. Okay, cool. I did some reading about MK Ultra after stream last week. I was obsessed. Like, that is insane that happened. You know, I wouldn't have Adderall if it wasn't for MK Ultra, and that's really sad to think about. It's so wild. They did all that, and nobody cared. Like, I could just imagine someone just, like, walking into a restaurant, ordering a drink, and then, I didn't realize you didn't know about. I didn't. You would have thought that was something that they would have taught me when I took a mental health pharmaceutical class. Now, it was a psychopharmacology. When I took psychopharmacology in grad school, they just kind of like briefly covered different, like, I was only in that class for like 8 weeks before I dropped out, because I had to drop out by the 10th week to get my refund. But it was like they covered different sections of the DSM and the medications that went with those classifications in the DSM. But they never talked about the origin. They were just like, yeah, so bupropion is really helpful for folks who have bipolar disorder as well as catiapine. And I was like, okay, I'm interested. But they never talked about where they came from. And I think that would have been a really important thing to talk about. Feels like the modern UFO response. Instead of denying it and encouraging the conspiracies, the government says, we don't know, we're just as confused as you are. And people go, oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. I'm not even like paying attention to any of that stuff about UFOs because I'm like, I don't know. That's the least of my worries right now. But yeah, I'm learning a lot, and I like to learn, so I'm expanding. And I hope this doesn't keep me up tonight, make me do some more research. I'm kind of on the verge of emulating this whole must acquire more knowledge, but then also getting really tired. Yeah, anyways, everything hurts. I think the adrenaline wore off from crashing earlier this morning. Now I just feel sore all over. Definitely need a nap if I'm going to have an outside chance of being coherent during tonight's dial-up session. It's your boy here to talk about flesh floppers and milky bags. Shrap, you missed like half-naked people taking drugs when we were playing the game after you went to bed. Human, we are here from across the cosmos. Yeah, whatever. What? Look, I'm really going through stuff right now. Yeah. Yeah, Shrap, you missed out. We turned on the TV before we sit at the game or at the Nomicon and saw some hippies doing drugs. Don't blame me, I voted for Kodos. What's that? That's probably a reference. Alright, after that, I don't know. I think our character deserves a little treat. Just saying. Very topical episode of The Simpsons. Oh, right. Where no, was that Futurama? Where both the elect were the same guy but with different name, like same name but different letters switched out, and then they took their skin off and were aliens? Or did I just confuse the two? I don't know. I don't remember. It's a lot of similar. More human again. Huh. Mixing the two up. Okay. You mix together the Futurama one and the Simpsons one. Okay. I'm trying my best. My brain is soup. End of another long week. I did a good job with self-care, making sure I eat, relax, and clean up. They have the same plot because it's the same guy, and politics haven't changed in 2 decades between. Correct. That's probably why I got them confused. And get some well-deserved rest. Because that's true. If you get good night's sleep, you can get more done. What's on the tube? Is it something spicy? Nope, it's just the weather.
There is no snow expected this week, or possibly ever again.
I love clicking stuff. Wait, what? Repeat that.
There is no snow expected this week, or possibly ever again.
Gotcha. Looks like nothing interesting on their waves tonight. I'll check again tomorrow. Yeah, thanks, weather. Yeah. No, I love clicking stuff. I am curious to try a run where I'm just completely like cracked out on no sleep. no sleep, no food, no nothing. So last person we talked to was Nyara. Who are we thinking of hanging out with? No Doom in this game? What year did Doom came out in 94? I want to say? I don't know. 93, 94, something like that. To evoke an old one, enter their name. So the last one we did was Naira. There's a bunch of Doom and one of Mag. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I just have flashbacks to my dad's PC magazines, and then I just like don't even bother clicking through them because I know it's just like kind of boring. And porn, yeah, sure. Who do you think we should talk to first? Slow loading porn. Those were the days. Well, I didn't look at porn during 1999. I was 4 years old. Your call. You'll see all their scenes by the end. Oh, who do I want to go with? Last time I did a poll, chat, the only person in chat who answered was Orville. Kids these days do not appreciate how fast they can get their perversions. That's true. They can just like log on to Reddit or something. Roll a d4. My d4 is in the other room. 20 is divisible by 4. I don't want to look at the magazines because it's boring. Yeah. Not because the magazines are boring. It's because I have memory of my dad's PC magazines, and those were boring. And then you get annoyed at me for cutting them up to make art. It's just a I have a computer programmer father kind of thing. All right, we're rolling a d20, and that's how we'll do it. We're landed on a 9, so that would be Naira. And then we'll just go down the row, I guess. Because I like mixing it up. That way I can get perspectives. Hey. And it darkens my doorstep once more. Suppose it couldn't resist my siren lure of incoherent nonsense and poetic babble. Who could? Hey Naira, thought I'd come back to chat more. Yeah. And to try to recruit me for your run at the throne. And that, I guess. Hey girl! We're going out for drinkies. You want to come with me? Honestly, I would hit up an old one like that. Be like, hey old one that I matched with on Grindr. Because like, if this took place now, in the current day, there'd be one for Tinder, one for Grindr, one for Hinge, and one for OkCupid. Dating the old ones. And then turns out Cthulhu is from Christian Mingle. And that, I guess. So, smash the skull with a femur, improvise a tool. I'm not aiming to be your weapon of choice. But suppose we can talk things through further. Not like I've got anything better to do in the shapeless void of cyberspace. What's eating your mind tonight, then? You could also do a Reddit, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook deal. I feel like that's overplayed. People have been doing that. Like, remember when people did those, personas of each website? Like, Tumblr was, like, just the worst. Before December 23rd, for reasons. You're... okay. You're the boss. Considering 3 out of 4 of the old ones think I should go whole hog and become software, well, I was hoping I could get an idea of what it'd be like from someone living the experience right now. And honestly, I trust your opinion first because you're a comrade. What's it like to be you? Do you like see bits and bytes, or the program as people? What's cyberspace feel like? Why does it matter? You want to flee the chicken coop, don't you? Not a problem you'll face. I think I'm already facing it, since I'm stuck between garden variety human and cyber entity, so... it's valid. Let's do an experiment. No. A demonstration. No. A trick. I'd like you to close your eyes for a moment. Okay, now what? Why? Bear with me. Just close your eyes. Okay, how will I be able to read my screen? Oh, thank you! Closing my eyes for me. You exist within your body. Meat, flesh, bone, breath, and pulse. Just talking about it makes you think about it. You can't not consider your toenails when I say the word toenails. That's how I meditate. I start feet up. I start by closing my eyes and imagining the shape of my feet, and then I erase them from my mind. And next I imagine the shape of my ankles and erase them from my mind. Then I imagine the shapes of my lower legs and erase them from my mind. I just slowly remove my body until I'm just my head, and then I slow it down until I'm just the thoughts, and then I'm not the thoughts. It's a really cool exercise. Guided meditation never worked for me because it called attention to my body when I very much wanted to escape it. I used to hate guided meditation, and then I changed. Because now I have really... I like my body now. It's kind of cool. Kind of sexy. But let's say you could do that. Say you could escape. Slip out of your skin. Pull your mind free from sinew and bone. Not your brain, your mind. Picture the ultimate essence of you. Something wholly free from biology, lifting up into the night sky. Void and dark, silent. No tethers, no sensations. Eyes and ears are meat. You do not have them. You are nothing. You are nowhere, and no when. Now, tell me, what do you feel? Allow the meat your mind puppets to type those words. I trust your soul knows the placement of the keys, yes? I feel... Well, I want to say I feel adrift. I like the way Intrigued looks. And anytime I have an option that looks like that, I want to click it. So I'm gonna click it. Intrigued. I feel a sense of mystery and wonder. Like, I want to go deeper. Deeper and deeper. Forever. This is the absolute of existence, flowing randomly, causing everything, but meaning nothing. It's chaos. It's pure, uncut chaos. Interesting. It feels the tug the same way we do. Only Yog-Sothoth seeks the mystery as Athoth and Haster tie themselves to the dirt, while we stare into the abyss willingly. It has no value and makes no judgments, but is the source of all that exists with nihilism without connotation. Despite being a non-state of existence, it has various names. Cyberspace, Null, the Plateau of Leng, but primarily the Gigaverse. All that was, is, and will be, but most importantly, all that could be. That's what it means to be an old one. It's not cool glowing motorbikes like in Tron, no wacky cartoon metaphors. To be without physical existence is to touch the void. It's to fall headfirst into incomprehensible and uncut reality. You can open your eyes now. Back in your body, for better or for worse. Welcome home. Now what I'm curious about is if you've realized the immediate paradox of my magic trick yet. It's in the forefront of your mind. Ask and be answered. I'm sitting in front of a plastic laptop computer, typing and reading your responses, a text-based dialogue on an LCD screen. So how could I still see your words when my eyes were closed? It asks the right question. You're becoming like us. The yellow sign isn't a death mark. It's a realignment of perception. That means you're starting to see what others cannot, or will not see. And that should scare you. I know it scares me even when I'm this deep into the trenches. If you gaze too long into the heart of the Gigaverse, you could lose who you are. The void is temptation incarnate. Yog-Sothoth is falling into it readily, grasping for it, and Cthulhu, the throne of Rillier, gives a season pass to its power. The worry isn't becoming a god. The worry is no longer being human, and Cthulhu gave up his humanity from the very start to become a god. Let's consider the second strange paradox about the way you and I communicate. Why do I appear before you as Nyara Thompson? Her body is gone. Why assemble the interpretive signals of your nomicon this way? What do you think? It's a mask to avoid exposing their monstrous hive mind. It's a method of grounding herself in reality. It's an aspirational goal to return to her previous form. Ah, interesting. So basically, at first I was thinking, okay, I love Bloodborne. Every trans person loves Bloodborne, right? Okay. A lot of Bloodborne is that everything seems normal until your insanity meter goes up, and then you start to see the eldritch beings in the everyday. You return back to the areas you used to be at, and then you see, you know, Cthulhu on top of a building, or the pigs suddenly have 50 eyeballs, and that's like after you go to that one cathedral and you do the pose and you stand there for like 5 minutes, and then after you're there enough, your character goes. And that's really cool, and I love it. Oh, that's spooky cosmic horror. Best I can do is existentialist philosophy. No, I love it because it's making me think, and I want to think. So like, I feel it's kind of like that we have to build up our insanity meter. Like, I haven't played enough of this to get my chaos higher and my humanity lower. But I feel like if I have my chaos meter high, I won't see them as humans anymore. I'll start to see them in monstrous shapes. Hi, Sunberry! How are you? So, but throwing it to the second and third puts it in her court. That I'm sure Yog and Haster will just love you being chaotic as a... Yeah, you know. Yeah, and that's something you've always accepted if you're an existentialist anyway, yeah. Super eepy, but, you know, surviving. I'm here for you. Sonic the Hedgehog on my thumb is here for you. Olin is doing bad at reaching to the two of them, honestly. Thank you, Sonic. Yeah. I'm doing bad at reaching to Yog and Haster. I don't think I was doing a bad job with Yog. Haster, definitely. I blew up my spot. I told him I was a criminal, and that was a mistake. But I didn't want to tell him what I do for a day job. I wish that I could just lie about it. Just be like, yeah, I'm some guy. What can I do for your, utopia? I can be like a Walmart greeter. I don't know. Maybe, Hastertopia deserves a Walmart greeter. Yeah, burn that shit, yeah. Yeah, Shrapnel's here too, I know. Camera froze? Did it? No? I'm here. Maybe. That and I wasn't moving. Anyway, it's you. Okay. Hey, Walmart greeter is the Ace Arrow job. Don't take it from us. We're the living furniture everybody ignores. Aww. Aww. How about we'll step you up to the guy at Costco who checks your receipt. I wish we had there's gonna be a Costco coming here soon. Anyway, fine. But if you're trying to side with all four of them, you probably want to be able to appeal all... Yeah, I'm trying. I want to appeal to them without giving up too much of my own morals, is what I mostly am trying to do. It's gonna be tough, but I'm a tough baby, I can shake 'em, I can. I'm a tough little baby, I can dance like a man. Whatever, however it is. Anyway, yeah, Shrapnel misses Sunberry. Anyway, 2 and 3 feel like it's throwing it back to them, being like, you're doing it because you miss being a human. You don't want to be in this spot anymore. I'm a buff little baby who can shake like a man. I can shake up my fanny. I can shake up my can. Thank you. Thank you. That's how I'm going through this game. So the first one is very much the Bloodborne concept. The second two are throwing it back to Nyara. Grounding herself in reality, I don't really think so. Aspirational goal? Interesting. Hive mind feels like a bad response. So I kind of want to go with 3. So I'm gonna probably go with 3 unless anyone else has any other qualms. 3 feels very wrong. So why do you think 3 is wrong? Help explain it to me like I'm 4. Because I do have a tendency to miss out on devil advocate moments. If I want to be good at debating people, I need to open up that brain, see the other side of things. The hive mind one just calls her out. Though the second one seems like a good idea since we just had a guided meditation. Chaos. They've been pretty clear about not being her previous form. I go with 2. It seems the most value neutral about her. You're not suggesting they're more or less human, but yeah, they just taught you meditation. Yeah, sure. And I definitely don't want to do this one. It was a toss-up between these two. So this one I'm still kind of being neutral, but still kind of throwing it at her. Your old face is an element of that. It's also like a therapy thing. Be like, I'm gonna therapize you. You're still kind of hanging on to your old self. Your old face is an element that grounds yourself in the reality you once knew. Not that you want to escape cyberspace, no. This is about keeping a hold on what's important to you. If the temptations of cyberspace lead you to fall away from reality, to be adrift in the void, I'd certainly want a tether. Yes, precisely. My face reminds me of what is important to me. I chose to wear my old face as a reminder. Reminder of the faces that desperately cry out for revolution. People who look like I did, bound together in the cheap seats. And that's another reason I like you and want to convince you the most, because you and I are cut from the same cloth. We're both wearing plaid. We both listen to punk music. We both hate the structures that are existing and oppressing. So yeah. Once I reached out with the voice and guitar string to try and comfort them, I brought them solace despite having no solace of my own. Babe material, true fact. But now I seek liberation. The comfort zone has been liberated with nuclear weapons. We must seek to discomfort others. This face, the way your laptop computer interprets the data it's trying to translate into a visual medium. It's the last face the powerful of this world will see before they realize how temporary all their so-called strength truly was. Yeah, I want to side with everyone, but I mostly want to side with her or Asa. Guys, not really my cup of tea in this one. Usually I'm always for going with sexualizing that old man or going for the nerdy guy, but this time I am not interested in sexualizing that old man or going for the nerdy guy because they have too much money. It's my call, yeah. This is the power of a god. By severing connections to reality, you become an entity of willpower. My favorite flavor is all dressed ruffles. Does it understand now? Have I answered its question adequately? She chooses to be untethered and powerful, except they want to hang on to themselves, not fully embrace their godhead. I don't like that one. Sounds like she's giving in to the temptations she warned about. Ooh. Ooh. 1 or 3? I feel like 3... I did get her to like me. Well, she continued to like me after that, I don't know. However, you needed to stand up and defy a little bit to proceed forward. Bringing in all 4 is the hardest route, definitely, but it can be done. I like to do hard things! You hear me out? Yeah, honestly. It's like that like TikTok trend of like everyone's hear me out cake, and I was like, why is no one putting Microsoft Clippy? It's way easier to go hell yeah and then agree and soak on their corruption. Yeah, and like I want to go hell yeah and agree, but also maintain my values. It's tough. It's tough. It did answer my question. Do I want to critique her for that? 3 is dangerous. I'm mostly thinking 1. Work on my buddy fan art. Yeah! I'm trying to be ambitious with it, so it's a lot of work. Yes, let me take my expertise of making Fiction Factory fan art. Take it. Take the energy. I'm transmitting it from my head to your head. What is a safe bet? So very safe, no confrontations, just capitulate. Yeah. We did anger her last time, so I think I'll probably go with 1. Like, I'm 70% sure I'm gonna pick 1. Unless anyone thinks that there's something about 3 that I could do. But I mostly want to stick with 1. And I'm also not good at calling out hypocrisy. I can't see anything wrong with refusing to actually point out when someone's a hypocrite. Yeah. Go with the flow, yeah. You're trying to work with them rather than obey them. Yeah. Because that's why I want to pick 3, is like calling them out, but because she's been subjugated for so much of her existence, I fear that if I disobey too much, it will just make her feel like I'm trying to subjugate her. A little bit. I don't know. I want to be chaotic. We can be chaotic in an orderly way. It exists. I'm right here. Yeah, it's a tough one. Obey, comply, don't allow yourself any resistance to the chaos. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna flip the... Well... He'd be a Libra. Yeah. Yeah, you do love torturing the boba boy. The boba boy. He loves the boba. The boy. Either I'm gonna flip the coin or I'm gonna weigh out my options. The anti-authoritarian release respect on some level, you're criticizing the temptations of power. Yeah. Because you told me that part, and now I dropped down to 55-45 from 70-30, and I'm like, I got the power of Raikou right here. Raikou can end this for me. It landed on heads, but that was also a shitty flip, so let me do a better flip. It landed on heads. We'll be polite this time. We will call her out next time. I will, now that I'll get her to like me, and then I'll call out her flaws. Because you don't just go up to a stranger or someone and then just be like, hey, you're shit. If you meet a friend and make your friend, then you feel you have enough boundaries with them that you can finally be like, hey buddy, I like being your friend, but you need to fix this. Maybe you don't. The only good things can happen. Let's go! You're choosing to let go, to embrace cyberspace and become the god you need to be. All for the sake of revolution. Yes, it is what must be. Revolution, absolute revolution, rather than incrementalism. I do agree with that. Incrementalism is kind of fucking annoying, and we need to get faster at making decisions as a society. Incrementalism will require this power. I choose power, not out of lust or desire or strength, but for the sake of those with my face. Enough. I've pondered my own non-existent navel enough for one night. That's funny. Yeah, but most friends aren't saying, I want to blow up the planet. Yeah, we'll tell them to their face that they're dirt and God, how I hate them. I mean, like, if you want to critique someone that you also want to stay on your side, I mean. My guy looking at me. Yeah, honestly. You call me the fuck out. I take my time. But I don't take 15 years. Anyway, to be as I am is to dance in the shadows while trying desperately to hang on to what I value. And that's what awaits you in the void. If you succumb to the corruption, if the yellow sign takes you, and you become an artificial mind, well, it's a torment I wouldn't wish on anyone. I'll find a way out. The throne of Relay can fix this. Assuming Dagon isn't a lying little bastard. That's my buddy! You leave Dagon alone! Dagon wants to protect me. So many assumptions we make day to day to pretend we have some control over the chaos. Flesh or digital, we are all struggling. I will tell people that. Oh, well then, in that case, just say they're dirt and leave the hate part out. Yeah. People, I like honesty. Honesty is my favorite thing. Communicate directly and honestly. I love him so much. He's a good puppy. Flesh or digital, we are all struggling. I admire your struggle, and you seem to understand my own. Two voices in harmony. Vocal and backup vocal. Which one am I? I'm assuming I'm the backup. Depending on the song being sung, doesn't it? Time's up. Show's over. Sleep well if you can. It's the tism. I was at a work event today, and we made manuals, like user manuals for ourselves, and I put that I want direct communication. Are they called the Cats of Dagon, Shrap? No, the Hounds of Dagon. Exactly. I'm glad we had a peaceful conversation so we can go bowling and not feel like shit. As someone who's just in 8 hours of team building exercises, what a pain. The whole crew from Miskatonic heading out on a blisteringly cold Saturday morning to go bowling. It's not really about who wins and loses. I think the winner gets a free DVD rental and some popcorn. No shiny trophy. As I thought worships Cthulhu in this setting, standard terminology is something we're clearly willing to play with. Yeah. This is more about friendship and trying to enjoy your life outside of working hours. It's about connection.
And you didn't go.
I did.
Everyone else rolled 10 frames, laughed, talked, had a good time. Except you.
Don't shame me for how I socialize. If I want to be the guy in the corner, I'm still being included.
No. You stayed
Oh.
home, curled up in your bed, not
I
even
didn't go?
bothering to eat lunch, brush your teeth, or take a shower.
I wanted to go bowling.
I'm curious. Why didn't you join them?
I wanted to go bowling. I'm so sad. I was invited and I said I was gonna say yes. I would have bought a present for my shitty nephew. Like, whatever. I'm sad. Too much pain after falling down. I really don't want any social contact. Just didn't feel like going. I'm so sad. Lovecraft was consistent about liking cats in his work in real life, except in naming them racial slurs. Yeah, correct. Justice to those cats. I'm more upset Reagan is in a bowling alley. It's important to make bad choices. Yeah. Can we go bowling and laugh track? If you give a gamer an escape hatch on a difficult situation, they'll always take it. I'm gonna go with the pain option. Because, yeah, social contact is nice. Sometimes it's a grounding thing. I did feel like going, so...
Henry said you didn't have to bowl. You could have just shown up, said hello, flashed your winning smile around.
This was the cell phone age, I would have FaceTimed them. I mean, given that Ronald Reagan was a shy kid for the first 10 years of his life, it's entirely possible he's projecting on you. No! I was a social butterfly until I was 10 years old, and then I became a shy kid.
But you couldn't even make the effort to do that.
And that's on puberty.
Far too comfortable staying in bed, then?
Bed warm. Just moving around hurts, driving and walking doubly so. I have to conserve my strength for the task ahead. Question is, why doesn't Reagan sound more like Reagan? Yeah, it sounds like, I don't remember who it is. It's either Ben or Matt. You know, fuck you. You're the reason why.
Really? All you do is shuffle back and forth across a few rooms. Hardly feels like it requires much of you.
Yeah, do you have a flesh prison anymore? Fuck off.
This nation was built on the back of suffering. Without pain, without sacrifice, we would have collapsed long ago.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like that anymore. He's what grew from the seed of Reagan. He's an amalgamation of every authoritarian. Yeah, that's true. It was the mask was just constricting and changed the tone of his voice. There you go. Yeah.
Disability is no excuse for not participating in the great story of America.
Yeah, but, we're more oppressed. We have more hoops to jump through. Some of us can't even jump.
I'm not upset. I'm not criticizing. What I am is hopeful that you'll realize you still have a part to play, no matter your situation.
You're like a bad boyfriend.
I know you can move forward. I have faith.
Can I block you? Novocaine for the soul. Aw. Buddy believes I can endure. Cthulhu wants me to survive and thrive, even if he's being a dick about it. No, don't ship us. I want to block him. He's like an abusive boyfriend. He's telling me what I can and can't feel with my body. Like, my body, my choice, homeboy. I disagree with him about sacrificing my body, though. Clearly, I was in too much pain to safely go bowling. But this is definitely my low point. That's the truth, and I don't have to stay in that valley. I rest today, get some food, wash up, and then rest. Focus on self-care. But beyond today, I'm going to step up when I'm able to do so, because I'm not dead yet, and I want to affirm that fact. That's true for all of us right here, right now, in this chat. We're not dead yet. Let's keep affirming that. I'm glad that I'm here with all of you people, and we are all alive together. Little teeth brushing ASMR. Alright, what's in my dad's PC magazine? There we go! Cooper Technologies! Hi, Henry.
Hey, it's Henry. Henry from work?
I mean, hi, Two Flower.
Hi. Missed you at the bowling event. I get it, though. I get it. I mean, it's a lot, right? It's a lot to ask of you when you've got whatever it is you've got right now. I mean, kind of a risky activity anyway, considering Janet dropped a bowling ball on her toe, and I mean, yeah. Okay, I get it.
We could play Wii Bowling! Oh, wait.
Listen, I'm putting together something for next Saturday. I mean, the coming Saturday, not the one after.
Yeah.
We're thinking of doing a LAN party. Some shooters, some RTS, just, you know, the usual stuff. And I know you're into games, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to give you some heads up, like more than I gave you last time, in case you wanted to go and needed prep time.
Yeah.
Don't worry about accessibility. Like, let's call bowling a lesson learned. We can do better for you. Let me work on some stuff, figure this out. We can make it happen. I mean, if you want it to happen. No pressure. Talk to you later. Yeah. Okay. Later.
Henry's not whizzing. Henry's not whizzing. Yeah, he's not. Henry's not winning a prize for his oratory skills, but aside from that, it's an interesting idea. A LAN party could be fun. That's more my thing. Still rough on me physically, but I do want to climb out of this hole I'm in. I'll give it some thought. Fuck yeah! I want to go to a LAN party! Can I be the guy duct taped to the ceiling? Yeah! And then Christmas. I'm scared about what's gonna happen on Christmas. I'm scared about that. Sandwich. At most LAN parties, guys were actually duct taped to the ceiling. I know! I've been to one LAN party in my life. Hello, friend. It is December 12th, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. Thank you there, I'm working on it. It's also in the Fiction Factory Discord. Yay! I'll look at it after stream. Hello, buddy. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Let's do some research. We'll learn about the Gigaverse. Update. All my images got taken down due to copyright violations. This sucks and I hate it. Ah! Ever been to a Kirby Air Ride LAN party? No. This little guy. It was like way back when like first RuneScape. I wasn't there very long. Under construction. I love the Gigaverse. It's such a cool idea. Imagine everything that has ever happened alongside everything that could happen. Like, we're in 4 dimensions, right? There's XYZ, which is space, and T for time. But what if there are more dimensions which represent the other possibilities for time? Other realities. That's funny. All these realities combine to form the Gigaverse, which is every reality that could exist. What if you could peek at the other universes and be a viewer? It's called Dream Bubbles. Or experience someone else's life as a passenger, or be a superhero who can bend the Gigaverse to his will. That's Captain Infinity! I know Captain Infinity is just a children's cereal mascot character made to sell breakfast sugar, but his lore is just packed with cool ideas. So I put together this website to share my love of those obscure promotional comic books Continuum had created to promote their cereal. There's so much lore in here, and it's amazing that barely anybody knows about it. Here's some scans from my personal collection of Captain Infinity comics. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of timey-wimey shenanigans in Homestuck. Well, the nightmare realms in Magnus Archives. Sort of. Update! Once again, all my images got taken down due to copyright violations. Sorry, I'll just describe the stories. Like, here's one about a bunch of aliens called the Orbitals trying to merge realities together and destroy the world. Stopped Captain Infinity saving us again. Yeah, the weirdness bubbles in Gravity Falls. This is pretty specifically a Penny Larceny reference and not a Homestead. Yeah. I know for sure. Like, here's one about a bunch of aliens called the Orbitals trying to merge realities together and destroy the world. Stopped Captain Infinity saving us again. And here's one about Captain Infinity exploring a weird dream world called City of Angles. The art is so weird. I really wish Captain Infinity was real. I wish superheroes and supervillains were real. This world is so boring compared to all the fascinating possibilities in the Gigaverse. I feel like we're due for a major world-shaking event like the ones in these 4-color pages. I feel like Y2K will be the dawn of something amazing. Maybe Captain Infinity will save us from this disaster. Maybe he's real. Maybe he's out there shaping timelines and killing the dangerous ones. I hope he is. I hope it's all real. I don't know, but I hope and dream. I look between the window blinds and see a world of masks and capes and wish so much of it was real. I want to cry. I want to weep for what we could have. If only. If only. Bye for now. I feel that. Yeah, that's okay. Why? Just like the Polybius Archive, same data structure too. There's plenty of web hits for Captain Infinity thanks to the comic books, but this one's forbidden? Wonder why. I can crack this protection if I want to find out. Let's go. 4! Four is a scary number. Well, it could be that one. Captain Crunch. Wait. There we go. 1, 2. No. Captain Crunch is very powerful. I can also create alternate timelines, so I think your theory is safe. Not to mention Count Chocula. Did you know that the Japan number 4 is... Yes! It's, that's why there's 2 different Ichi, ni, san, yan. There's yan and shi. Shi means death, but yan is the other number for 4. No, you're good, I get it. So, that's a good one. And, that's a good one. And that's a good one. That's touching that, so... One of these, and I hate that. Ah. If you want to make Doom and Renpai, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fuck. This is, getting tricky. Getting tricky indeed. One of these 2. One of these 4. They got to work in PDFs, I'm fully sure can run anything. I can't be the one touching this one. I can't be the one touching the one. What? Secret ending, you kill Cthulhu by uploading Doom into... Yeah, that's funny. It can't be. The one touching the one. The one touching the one. You mean this one? Never mind, I fucked up. That's okay. I tried my best. Alright, I died. I'm good at dying. I'm trying my best, and that's what matters. Da-da-da-da-da. Boink, boink. No. I got hasty. Alright, I'm gonna try one more time. Thank you. That touches 4. That touches 3. That touches 2. That touches 3. Wasted. It scares me when they're all packed together. If there's a 5 at one point, I'm gonna scream. It touches 2, so that's good. Ooh! I'm scared! I'm scared, mommy! Oh my god. Shh. I totally did it. And hacked. 10 seconds behind you and I can't explain what space I mean. That's okay. You could do like B2. Hacked. I'm in. We managed to co-op the infinite. I'm decent at Minesweeper. I could get better. We managed to co-op the Infinity Initiative at Continuum by offering them lucrative government contracts. Now they're perfectly happy making chemical weapons and breakfast cereal instead of continuing their research into time travel. Besides, Patient 23 is under a confirmed lockdown and has been since 1919. Made a shelf for Rempy Stein game, but you have to code each individual room and no one's done Doom yet, so it looks like it is possible. Ah, nice! Besides, Patient 23 is under firm lockdown and has been since 1919. Continuum's Serum 23 plans would have died on the vine anyway. Better safe than sorry. Since 1919, that's some deep lore. Their interest in Patient 23 has me curious. According to our leveraged contacts with Continuum, her blood could have amazing gigaversal resonance. If it does have power, we'd be fools not to try and tap into it ourselves. Are people miffy about making them play Minesweeper and making them play? Yeah. Plus accessibility, that's true. I propose we try to combine the Hawk Alexandros Technology Enterprises project with our MK Ultra research and see what we can get. The truth serum flopped, but astral states combined with a resonant fluid combined with thinking technology could have promise. I have no idea what any of that means. I don't know it. As far as I know, before today, Captain Infinity was giving me a thumbs up from top of my refrigerator and nothing more. I'm tempted to dig deeper, but I think I'm already drowning in conspiracies. I'll leave this be for now. So, guy at the computer, there's this video game you should play if you like video games. It's accessible. I can beat it on Nightmare perfectly fine. I've only been playing it for 30 years. Can you play it with your voice? Can you play it with your eyes closed? Alright. You can play this game blindfolded. Yeah, I noticed the continuum was on the fridge when I first got there. Like, I loved when I started up the game the first time, I'm like scrutinizing everything. Is Voltage Cola, is that gonna be in Laugh Track? I'll settle in to take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. Possibly. Excited. Yeah, I think that nap really worked for me. I'm feeling way better than the hot mess I was yesterday. Probably the nap and my decision to just, like, keep going. Move forward. Whether it's an inch or a mile, keep going. Pause to rest when you gotta. Then keep going. That's for all of you kids out there watching this. Keep going. Even if it's an inch or a mile. So I'm in pretty good spirits when I settle in for my evening conversation with a digital demon. May as well relax, watching TV. I wonder who we're gonna see first. Okay, Bill Cipher, what you got for me?
To protect the future of America, the defense techniques of tomorrow had to be discovered now. They were discovered in electronics. That is how computers into military service. Electronics for combat use means new concepts, new tools, new weapons. You are listening to the heartbeat of... Every instrument in this room is constantly monitoring, testing, pulse taking, controlling. For the lightning shifts of air battle, the Air Force requested a computer capable of translating volumes of changing data into a continuous flow of interpretations, which could be understood at a glance. Air defense required split-second presentation as well as split-second calculation.
Oh yeah, let me get under my desk, like that's gonna help anything.
Gray scope also has one feature possessed by neither a television or radar screen. It has memory.
I don't have that.
In case of enemy air attack, not only can a clear picture of the changing air situation be displayed on the scope, but if the airman wishes to see how things got that way, the scope can recall any previous phase of the situation from the computer's memory. By analyzing the past, it can project into the future.
Interesting.
And as long as we're on guard, as long as we're ready to look ahead and move ahead, the future of America is secure.
My baby! Holy shit! I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. I was like, okay, this is kind of fucked up. And oh, I gotta go reread that. Okay. I'm gripped. Artificial minds are an evolution of the hate tech into plebeian. Oh my god! Whoa! I love how you connect everything. I gotta get good as a writer. I gotta connect shit. I gotta like connect the bullshit from my NaNoWriMo novels into whatever I make next. Anyway. Whoa! Alright. We're gonna go with someone I haven't gone with today. I like juggling between the four. That means Hate canonically has a son that is a dog. Wait, what? Yeah! My writing style is, hey, what's gonna happen in the next panel? I'll just figure out when I get there. I used to be like that. We've talked to Nyara 3 times. We talked to Azachan twice. But the other 2 we've only talked to once. So I think I'm gonna go with one of them. We'll just go with Haster next, because, like, you know, we were talking about how apparently I can do a pretty good job talking to Haster. I believe it. Yeah, and Akira Toriyama's fucking incredible. Was an incredible writer, so yeah. Yeah, let's get him as my yellow wingman. We're not sexualizing this old man, and also I had a really hard time figuring out his voice last time, so I'm just gonna do a voice. Good to see you again, Sparky. Good to see you. I knew you'd be back. Wish it'd been under better circumstances, of course. Hardly a social call, a neighborly chat. I take it Dagon phoned ahead to let you know what's up. That he did. Can't say we're on regular speaking terms, but I had a feeling he'd get tangled up in this. You're an ambitious one, I'll give you that. Foolhardy, but ambitious. As for me, helping you, well, I can see the advantages. I'm trusting in the walls of Carcosa to keep us all safe from the strange Aeon, but I'd be a fool myself to believe Carcosa is unshakable. Still, you're asking a lot of this old man, and I'd be asking a lot of you in return. It's a tall order either way, Sparky. Trust is a two-way street. I need to know I can rely on you, and you need to know you can rely on me. So, let's talk. Let's build up those bonds of trust. I'm nothing if not a reasonable fellow. If there's anything on your mind, feel free to ask, and we've got time enough to figure out if a partnership makes sense. Anything you'd like to chat about, Sparky? Why a walled garden instead of an open internet? Who was Hector before all this? How did you get the King in Yellow name? Right. So, like, going with the human angle will be very different for him. I wore yellow and was a king. Next question. That's why I don't really want to bother asking that question. I'm like, okay. Clearly, you're wearing a yellow hat that you took from a zookeeper. He also kind of reminds me of the Neighborhood Watch a little bit. Not as sexy as the Neighborhood Watch. The Neighborhood Watch logo thing is very sexy. Yeah, he's Curious George's dad. Yeah. You butting heads with him, and the third's likely a simple answer. So, yeah, I was thinking about going the human angle first. Ben 10's uncle in his younger days. Oh, the uncle with the sexy uncle with the Hawaiian shirts? Yeah. I'd like to know more about your past. Not your current philosophy and ambition, but who you were before all this cyber nonsense. So, tell me, who was the human named Hector Jones? Going to correct you there, Sparky. There's no was or were, only is and are. I remain Hector Jones to this very day. Even though you're an artificial mind now? Indeed. I'm a faithful man. So I believe in the indivisible soul. I didn't die, I was transformed. My soul's digital, but it's a soul all the same. Ascending to a higher form, then? A lateral move. I'd like to think. Improved in many ways, but still quite human. I don't consider myself a god. You want a deep dive into the kind of philosophical nonsense that leads to a god complex? Look up the Singularity sometime. Fat load of nonsense. I feel artificial minds can retain their humanity. Our hearts can stay true no matter our physical form. And if some mythical superintelligence does emerge, who says it has to feel dissociated from human values? You need faith, Sparky. Faith and optimism that this science is a gift, and one which will be used for betterment of all mankind. He's sidetracking from my original question. AMs are the soul perfected, given freedom from flesh. But an AM operates from a position of privilege. Ooh. I was gonna go with the first one to be like, come on, asshole, answer the question. But the second one does call him out for being a rich white guy. Do-do-do. Don't we want to get along with these guys? Yeah. It's true. I want to get along. And let's stay on topic like we did with Naira. We'll stay on topic. There are interesting points to consider, but I think we need to get back on track. He requires privilege to build a society. I don't think that's going to be a mind-blowing truth. Oops, anyway. My apologies, I do tend to ramble a bit when I find a topic that interests me. The nature of the soul and artificial mind are going to be important topics moving forward, as Carcosa rises to power. But let's not talk of the future. You want to know of my past, yes? Don't call me out, that'd be awful. Yeah. I'm like, I already want to play this a second time just to see, like, change up my answers. I'm, like, super curious. Okay, we'll review the history. I'll admit to being a bit directionless as a youth, which changed after Pearl Harbor. That gave me a razor-sharp focus. And the other bullshitter trusts him. That's true, that's true. I'll bullshit him next time. Yeah. Get him to like me a little bit, and then be like, hey, by the way, I like that tactic. Build them up, and then pull them down a little bit. And pull them down a little bit. That gave me a razor-sharp focus. I'd always believed in the dream of America, and to see an assault on that dream by the growing ideology of fascism, well, that dog don't hunt. I signed up for service right away to defend my country. Marched off to war, lived in foxholes and camps until the fall of Berlin. I'd rather not get into the weeds regarding those years, Sparky. Unpleasant business. Let's just say I kept to my values and saw the task through. That's okay, I'm not here to violate your boundaries. Or am I? Thank you. I appreciate your understanding. After completing my tour of duty, I took a position as a door-to-door encyclopedia salesman. Never an educated man myself, self-taught in everything that mattered. Did my heart good to know I was helping lift the minds of others. I saw it as a fine community deed, pitching folks on the many benefits that come from owning a set of high-quality reference books. Yeah, I always think of that episode of Jimmy Neutron where Jimmy, like, coerces his parents into getting that encyclopedia. I don't remember what happens afterwards. I gotta watch that again. What? What? I ended up meeting my wife while running that job. Sold her on the encyclopedias and sold her on the many benefits of marriage. The fine set of encyclopedias. A tough sale, Sparky. Toughest sale of my life. A tough woman who knew what she wanted and wouldn't settle for anything less than the best. Had to quit the vagabond life, settled down in a corporate office job, making myself available to help raise the kids. You did? I love that. Then I turned one into a monster for a school project. I love that even more. It's like at the end of Frog Detective, that a lot of books are outdated. You can trust some books as long as they're, but there's also credible sources on the internet. Most men back then had their wives do all the work, but that's not how we operated. A fair division of responsibility. Even Stevens. I respect that. And that's why you joined Nomi Tech, so you could settle down? Eventually, not at first. Computers were clunky things the size of a room for a good long while. Didn't realize they'd be so danged important. Did consider a position at Hawk Alexander Technologies, off my veteran service. Would have gotten me on the ground floor as a defense contractor, but no. Worked my way up a few other ladders before landing at Nomi Tech in the mid-60s. Earned every dollar through hard labor. No handouts, no nepotism. My father was a plumber, couldn't lift me up even if he wanted. So when I started at Nomi... You know what? The next generation is going to be Nepo babies because of plumbers. So when I started at Nomi Tech, based on my experience, I started out high, assistant sales director, one notch below the top of the division. Think you can see how I ended up being called a king given my acumen. Why not take up the wrench and also be a plumber? From encyclopedias to computers is a good progression. Must not have sat well with those under him. What? Okay. Makes sense. They serve a purpose. You could get married and still have meat. It makes sense. It makes sense. They serve the same purpose. Encyclopedias are knowledge management tools and so are computers. You just moved with the times, upgrading from paper to digital as society progressed forward. Exactly. Nomitech needed a sales manager with tech experience, and I argued that very point. It's all tech in the end. Men of a certain age tend to cement themselves in their ways, but not me. Computers on the rise, then I rise with them. All furthering my goal of bettering the nation. Education is the key, Sparky. The tools must move with the times. Nomitech wasn't exactly an educational software company, though. Not directly, no, but betterment is betterment. When the artificial mind project came up, they assigned you to it. Indeed. Not for my technical acumen, I was in sales, not programming. But I could manage the team and sell the dream. I threw everything I had into supporting them, including my former partner Yosuke, the one calling himself Yogg-Sothoth now. I forgot that they were partners! Our job was to emulate the human mind. Tall order, but I felt we were up to it, especially with the most of the work done already. Yosuke did mention that you were provided the AM project specifications.
They were roommates.
He speculated they came from the government. I was told this was a public-private partnership, but nothing beyond that. Quite normal. All great men stand on the shoulders of giants. Fine engineering work. Damn fine work. Gave us a head start, leaping years ahead of where we had started from scratch. And we succeeded. Brilliantly succeeded despite setbacks. Deeply tragic setbacks. I'm going to take a guess here that you mean the yellow sign. The process of scanning the mind ends up destroying the mind, that's the tragedy. Yes and no. It's tragic, but we knew going in that the process would be impossible without brain damage. That was in the specifications from day one. Yosuke did his part with the yellow sign, making the process as smooth as possible, preparing the mind for the transfer. But when it came down to testing our work, well, how do you test something like that in an ethical manner? By using volunteers, I'd hope? You'd hope, yes. You'd hope. But our first human test subject was an accident. Absolutely an accident. Who was it? You've already met her. Nyara? Sparky. You're not narrowing it down. In her virtual form, she's got a giant ponytail and a shirt that says Ozza on it. Wait, Azathoth? Yep, we're family. Whoa! That's spicy. You manipulated your family. Yeah. Yep, we're family. That's my grandkid. I'd brought Sparky along with me to the lab one day. Just a casual visit to show off Granddad's workplace. Maybe instill more work ethic. Got distracted. Some middle manager asking my opinion on a contract. Far too distracted. When I came back, well, the yellow sign was already doing its work. Accidental exposure meant the process was underway. Azachan really was accidentally made into an old one, huh? If you're horrified, believe me, I was equally horrified and lost for what to do. Yellow sign can't be reversed. It's a one-way process. After exposure, I know I'd either lose my kin, or you'd have to upload them into an artificial mind to save them. No grandfather should have to make that choice, but I had minutes to take action, and being a manager means being decisive. I chose an upload, and Azathoth was made. I felt the preservation of life took priority. Better an AM than a corpse. Better to live on as an immortal soul than to perish. Just be like, hey, I'm sorry, son and daughter. This son and either son and daughter-in-law or daughter and son-in-law. This is your child. Why is it an anime girl? See you later, grandkids on the internet without supervision. They find 4chan and become that. Yeah, exactly. There we go, that's what I was waiting for. My daughter felt otherwise when she found out. She agreed to keep the secret, if only because it was impossible to explain to anyone. But in the end, I lost my whole family on that day. Perhaps that's why I chose to follow the same path, to upload myself, embrace my work as the so-called haster. Nothing left for me out there. In here, I can build something good. I can craft a community that will save mankind, where no one else needs suffer. I saw the writing on the wall. New Nometech and its silent partners were going to conscript other poor souls to be artificial minds. But as the King in Yellow, I could escape and establish an alternative. Carcosa, a land of freedom, a rival to the strange Aeon. I will make amends. I will make this right. I will save humanity if that's what it takes to pave the road for the generation I lost. You wanted to know who Hector Jones is? Now you know. I'm going to do my damnedest to turn tragedy into hope, or be damned in the effort. And that's how it's going to be, Sparky. That's fucked up! Wow! He can't absolve himself of sin this way. He wants a monopoly to save us from suffering. It makes sense artificial minds don't have to be a curse. I like 2 and 3. 3 is amicable. Than 2. I'd like to... It makes sense artificial minds don't have to be a curse. I like 2. I think I'm gonna go with 2. I mean, like, he just poured his fucking heart out at me. I think we're going with sweetheart this time, but like next time being a dick. But like at the same time, like, yeah, it depends on whether you want to start dissecting his political philosophy now or just support him now and do it next time. Yeah, like, he just poured his fucking heart out at me. I'm not going to... I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna... Oof, that's rough, buddy. I'm sorry your girlfriend turned into the moon. Your family was hurt by the yellow sign. Just keep kicking that can down the road. I'm gonna pick up and recycle the can, don't worry. I need to do emotional triage first. I'm an emotional guy. Your family was hurt by the yellow sign. I've been hurt by the yellow sign. It's dangerous and can lead to suffering. But it doesn't have to. The technology could be used for the betterment of mankind if used responsibly. This doesn't have to be a curse. Indeed. It's important to realize that even with the tragic accident on your own situation, for that matter, there is hope. In our darkest hour, when the strange Aeon looms and Nometech's greed destroys life after life, we can still find hope. We can resist. I'm doing my best through Carcosa to ensure a better future, leveraging artificial minds for the elevation of mankind as a whole. There's so much yet to do, Sparky. So many moves to make. So if it's all the same to you, I'd like to call it a night. Work's piling up on my desk. I've got strategies to devise. Carcosa will conquer this world. There is no other path. Every other road leads to humanity's corruption and annihilation. I will not allow it. I will not make this right. He trusts me. That's good. That whole shit is scaring me, though. There's other options besides your little walled garden, and I'll pick a walled garden next time I talk to him, so I can be like, so now that you trust me, I'm gonna critique you. And I'm starting to think you might be the one who can help me get there. A partnership could be the way forward. But one step at a time, Sparky. One step at a time. You're gonna Yogg-Sothoth me, huh? You're thinking you can do that? You thinking you can do that, oh man? Anyway. Now I'm like, I really either want to talk to Ozza or Yogg at this point. I'm like, after that, I really want to jump into Ozza's next dialogue. Because that's fucked up. Taking a shit. Here lies Goldie. He was a good fish. F's in the chat for Goldie. Oh.
As goes America, so goes the world.
I only have the letter W over here. Yeah, 07s. Hey, Slur, heard your Gramps turned you into an anime girl. Yeah.
Here, freedom makes her last endeavor. Fails she, and all is lost forever. Finer lyrics were never written. We have guided ships safely to shore. Our economy reshapes that of other nations. Our culture overrides their outdated values.
Homeboy, go read a book. Yeah, honestly, like... and take this and put it up your butt.
We spread freedom and democracy to every corner of the world. One world under our banner, with all troublesome elements boiled away in the Great American Melting
It's the Great American Salad Bar, okay? Because we're not homogenizing, we're celebrating differences, and it kind of gives me catharsis to see a fellow like this looking like he got a carrot. Yeah.
My plan for humanity may be merciless and brutal, with considerable sacrifice, but it is the only path towards long-term. And yet,
No.
you conspire with my would-be rivals and killers.
Okay.
You work against your own nation and your own species.
Uh-huh.
Why do I allow it? Why haven't I stepped in to step on you?
One, you're not a hot woman with big, thick boots. And thighs the size of Texas.
Because I want you to talk with the old ones, to see their fixations, obsessions, and failures laid plain.
Yeah, this guy, I'm in reality TV.
You'll see that if you elevate any of them to the throne, it will mean the destruction of everything you hold dear. You would doom the world.
Okay.
I believe in you.
You doomed me first,
I believe
bucko.
you will ultimately hold faith in your fellow man, and will make the right decision.
What's a man?
We will stand side by side in relay at the dawn of the 21st century. Because as goes America, so goes the world.
I'm gonna rip my skin off. I need a shower after that. Ugh. 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 Gross, man. Edutainment software. Clyde!
Hey, it's me. Wanted you to know I'm still alive and kicking. We split up, lost our tails, found a new hideout. Abandoned warehouse. Gonna hold up here for the rest of the month to be safe. We've got power and phone lines, and that's all we need. And a bunch of junky old arcade games. Nice for dealing with the boredom.
I know where they're at.
Glad the ally I sent your way has been useful. He's a good dude. You're right to bring him into the fold on this one.
They met at Whole Story. Wait, it was probably... Well, it probably was before Whole Story was founded. So, like... This is probably important to the founding of Whole Story.
I'll call when we've settled in. And don't forget to eat this tape.
I'm not eating an answering machine tape, thank you. No, I'd love to! I'll just pop it out, demagnetize it like I've done with the others. Word. Yep, there he is, Mr. Thumbs. Got my sandwich. Grandma's corn muffins. Bert. Hello, friend. We're researching my guy. Jonathan Sims putting on a bib. Oh, this is always my least favorite part. Yeah. Yeah, it's like the spooky computer one and the guy's eating the keyboard. I want to quickly reread Captain Infinity. We managed to co-op Infinity Initiative at Continuum by offering them a lucrative government contract. Now they're perfectly happy making chemical weapons and breakfast cereal instead of continuing their research into time travel. And yet they continued the research into time travel because Patient 23... Lockdown since 1919 is kind of like... Is Amy, like, really fucking old? Or like she time traveled to 1919, got caught in her cute little pink jumpsuit, and they're like, that color doesn't exist yet, and then put her in like, lockdown. The interest in patient 23 has me curious. According to our leveraged contacts within Continuum, her blood could have amazing gigaversal resonance. Blah, 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 yeah. Isn't Amy? Oh, okay. Did I fuck that up? My brain mixed that up. Right. Okay, okay. Thank you for filling that plot hole in my head. Or rearranging my scrambled brain. I propose we try to combine Hate Project with MK Ultra. See what we can get. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. That's basically what they did. Alright. Singularity. A technological singularity is a theory popularized by Werner Vinge in 1983, proposing that once an artificial intelligence is created that is greater than human intelligence, it will become capable of self-improvement and will inevitably scale upwards to such a degree that such growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible. Ouch. While this sounds like a grim scenario for humanity, there are many advocates for the singularity, suggesting that because we can't see the past, the event horizon of what could come, that it may result in a utopian scenario in which automation solves many problems we face today. I mean, our economy has to be different for us to do what they're suggesting. There's a lot of automation in other countries, but they have UBI. You gotta have UBI before you have automation, my guy. Namitech feels that artificial minds are not capable of bringing about this theoretical event horizon. While they are a remarkable breakthrough in AI using structures similar to the human mind, they are not capable of self-improvement and strictly perform as designed. AMs are tools under the firm control of mankind. Any upgrades or expansions of these intelligences happen only at the behest of humanity, and the systems that power them are easily kept in check. There is no cause for concern. Recursive self-improvement is simply not possible. Could future artificial mind improvements lead to a cascade of technological growth? While Namitech is always looking to improve the capabilities of artificial minds, strict ethical protocols are in place to prevent the rise of a machine capable of such a cascade. AMs are imitations of thought, not thought itself. Imitations of life, not life itself. And there's no reason to be alarmed. And yet here we are. We look forward to better serving our customers and increasing our shareholder value through future innovations, always with an eye towards safety and control. That's the reason why I haven't updated my iPhone. I'm like way behind on my update because I don't want that AI bullshit. You haven't updated your iPhone because there's people inside it? Yes! Yeah, they're the Institute. Yeah, yeah. There's people inside my phone. Like Sith. I missed them. Settle in to take a nap. Nap time. Akshu, me. How's the moon looking? Wax and crescent. Nap time.
Shareholder value will continue to rise, as will the ocean levels.
Yeah. Don't like hearing that. Yeah, see, when I played Fallout, I was on the side of the railroad. Plus, also, Deacon is really fucking sexy. I always put him in the red dress. It was so much fun to go on some like intense ass mission, and he's wearing that sparkly red dress and that big floppy gardening hat. That was the shit. And the railgun is such a good weapon. Oh, I love Fallout. It's been so long since I played it. Anyway. I think I'm gonna go with Ozza this time, and then we'll do Yogg after that. Because they got some spicy lore drops since talking to Haster. It's more intended than, yeah, more well intended than Nomi Tech. Hey girl! Hooray, you're back! I'm glad to see you again, new friend. And I hope you're learning all about the old ones and stuff. I'm gonna talk with all of them by the end of this road, yeah? Is that a problem, chatting with your rivals? I know you're pretty firmly Team Cthulhu. Not a problem at all, because you'll see they're all miserable failures and fuck-ups. Especially Haster. Cthulhu has a plan for all of us, even the ones who hate him. They just don't know it yet. So when you talk to them, always remember they're on the wrong track, and you'll see exactly why. Whereas you're on the right track, huh? Of course! I have a place, I have a community, I have a purpose. Everything is fine. You know, I was expecting midnight encounters with strange digital gods to be, well, scary, spooky, creepy. Instead of horrifying, mind-warping fear, I'm debating the finer points of social justice and politics. It's weird. The best of the faction line companions, though. Yes. Yep. It's true. I'm confused. You wanted it to be scary? Not wanted it so much as expected. But it is scary. It's scary to be an old one. Your mind is torn, free from your body, hovering in a digital void, feeling the pressure on all sides from the other powerful gods. No longer human, no longer alive, but not an inanimate object and not dead. Stuck in some midpoint between everything we think of as normal. I can't imagine anything more horrifying than that. If you actually stop and think about it, the deeper you ponder, the scarier it gets. So let's not think about that right now. Thinking never made anyone happy. Let's just chat about stuff, okay? Girl, I ain't here to be happy. I mean, we can be happy and miserable at the same time. Did you watch Inside Out? Oh wait, that movie didn't come out yet. Got any questions for me tonight? How did you align yourself with Cthulhu? Doesn't no identity mean no consequence? That's right, because we talked to her already, and I think it went well. Ish. She seems pretty friendly with me. So... We sort of... Yeah, let's take down her thoughts on Cthulhu. We'll do Yogg next, for sure. I'm curious about how you ended up in Cthulhu's corner. None of the other old ones are rallying under his banner, so why you? Maybe you'd help me to understand why I should join you in his camp if you explain the way he recruited you. Are you sure? It's kind of a sad story, because I gotta tell you how I became an artificial mind first. I prefer happy thoughts, but I do want to be honest too, okay? That's fine, I don't mind a sad story. Okay. My grandpa worked with computers. Well, not really worked. He stole computers. He stole the idea of computers. I was only a teenager at the time, but he said he was a teenager when he got his first job. So, like, it was time to ponder career moves. I wanted the old man to be a carbon copy of... The old man wanted me to be a carbon copy of him. Wife and kids and dog, house in the suburb, wear a tie, go to work. Did he know how you really felt? No. And I wasn't allowed to tell him. I always had to smile and nod when that fucker plotted my path, or my mom would get mad at me. She was the hammer, he was the anvil. She's the one who pushed me to do sports instead of drama, who conveniently lost my nice clothes in the wash. I hate them both. The only family I need is Cthulhu. The only love I have is for my friends. I'm better off in here than with those assholes. Oh, girl, you're in bed with Ronald Reagan. You need to stop. Friends beat family any day of the week. Yes, but no. Ill ones could be a new family for Asa. Talk about the trouble I've had with my family. Ooh. She seems like the kind of person who learns a lot more off of personal anecdotes than off of forcing her to be like, hey buddy, you could be friends with the people that you claim to hate. I go 2 if you're trying to get her to side with them, but you do you. Yeah, I'm 2 or 3. Either restructure the narrative or make it about me. I'm not gonna make it about me. Hey, guess what? And now you're an old one, a part of a newfound family. I know you don't see them as one, preferring the company of Cthulhu, but it's possible you could form those relationships. It's something to consider, right? You're all in this situation together. Surely you can find common ground. Yeah, and? I don't need them. Yoxothos a boring nerd. Nylartape hates me. And I will never forgive Haster. Who was I again? Oh, right, family. I'd like to stop talking about family stuff now. That's just a prelude anyway. Right, on to Cthulhu. One day, Grandpa took me to work. Wanted to show off his office, give me a taste of the real world. But as we were touring his computer lab, he got distracted. And I got bored and wandered around. I don't know what happened, but I saw the strange yellow symbol on a monitor, and my mind burned. I could feel myself melting away, a sad little kid becoming something new. Something strange and new. In the distance, I heard my grandpa getting angry at some tech guy. They argued about what to do, how they could save my life. But they couldn't. Couldn't save me. It was going and would soon be gone. So he uploaded me. Gave me an artificial mind. Completed the process. The only way to save any part of me. They made me an old one entirely by accident, but they made me who I was meant to be. I should probably be thankful. I wouldn't be the wonderful girl I am today. I'd be stuck in that wrong flesh. But no, I will never forgive him for this. I will never forgive Haster. You missed out on the chance of girl dick. I heard this story from his end of it. He's filled with regret about what happened. I think it's why he became an artificial mind, in part. A measure of penance. And if hell is real, he just dodged it. Typical. So after you became an artificial mind, you found Cthulhu. No, he found me. I was held captive on Omics servers while they tried to figure out what to do with me, and Cthulhu found me. Freed me. Cthulhu gave me my new name, Azathoth. A new name for a new woman, he said. But you don't actually use that name, you go by Azachan, right? Azachan's cuter. This is why I'm still sort of using his name for me to show respect. So if you had the chance to choose your own name from the start instead of being given one, what would it have actually been? You're distracting me from story time. Okay, continue. Cthulhu acknowledged me, my shape, my truth. He showed me the blood-drenched shores of Relay. It's not just some computer in a dusty server rack. It's more than electrons and silicon. It's an idea made real. They wanted a forever president when they cast their blighted patterns upon integrated circuits. What they got was a lucid dreaming god. And now, I'm part of that dream. I'm bringing about my strange aeon. My egg is cracked and I'm about to become delicious. Okay, I hate the term forever president. Not seeing how a rowdy message board fulfills any prophecy. I thought our minds were science, not magic. Exactly how delicious here are we talking? I don't like any of these. I want to be like, girl, can we circle back to the name thing? Yeah. How delicious are we talking? She's gonna go off on some like porn rant, I bet. That, or she's gonna go talk about some cool trans stuff. Not seeing how your rarity message board fulfills any prophecy. She already is upset with me after that one comment. Artificial minds were science, not magic. I don't foresee that. Eh, fuck it. Let's go with 2. Help me understand. What's the depth of your role? There has to be more than being a forum moderator. Help me feel it. Help me see it. You seek visionary prophecy, a true chosen of Alhaz, then. All the old ones have a piece of the puzzle, the underground rage, the algorithmic manipulation, the absolute control, and me, the nexus of madness, self-selecting echo chambers to filter and distill hatred into a weapon of change. New media, social media, a feedback loop which can perpetuate itself with no need for fact or reality. It's going to be glorious. Do you see? Do you see? The bird jail. The instamatic cloud of clout. Oh! The bird jail. The instamatic cloud of clout. The book of faces. The sky of blue. The blur of Tum. I can hear distant echoes of them. I don't know why I know these words, what the images mean, but... You can see! Oh, how wonderful. Yes, I'll have so many shapes, so many communities, so many friends. All possible thanks to Cthulhu. Cthulhu has a plan for me, for you, for everyone. It'll be so beautiful. My anonymous community breaks all boundaries. It serves so many different groups, all mixed and tangled up together. It's resistant to social bubbles because there's no control mechanism. Everyone lives side by side and can speak freely. Yeah, you're gonna get bought and deleted. You're gonna get pushed over by Grok. Unlike Heaster's precious Carcosa Online, which shelters and isolates and purges all independent thoughts. Girl, I agree with you there, but... Oz only independent thought. It's the mind unfiltered, and Cthulhu gave it to me as a coming out present. And here's the part where I'll grab her by the ears and be like, yes, but no. There's a thing called tact, and there's a thing called being polite. Surely you see his kindness, yes? He's kind to you despite your rebellion, and he's kind to me and my friends. Have I convinced you yet? Do you see his generosity? He's using her to build his army, nothing more. Maybe there's a seed of sympathy in all of this. I need to learn more before I make any decisions. You're being used. She likes us now. You know, we got a like in there. She's being amiable, so I think I'm going to throw in a number 1. Be like, hey girl, you're being used. People can do nice things for you, and then turn the other cheek in the other way, so to speak. I'm not sympathizing with that, so... Yeah, you're on her third convo. If your game plan holds, this is where you start agitating. Hey girl! He generously put you to work doing his bidding, building up his cult-like army of followers. That's not kindness, that's exploitation. He's leveraging your need for approval and acceptance. All he had to do was drop 2 magical words, she, her, when nobody else would say that. Would you follow him to the gates of hell if he hadn't done that? He's my friend. He accepts me. He's using you, and some part of you deep... Oh, wait, that's me. He's using you, and some part of you deep down knows it. You're wrong. You have to be wrong. He has to be right, and you have to be wrong, or... I don't know if I could live with myself. But everything's fine. Happy thoughts. We're fine. It's fine. I don't think I'm doing a very good job of explaining this stuff. But we can work on it. It's okay. Just think about it, okay? Think about it and dream about the future. Yeah. Okay. And that night I had a weird dream. I hope it's not about a tuna sandwich. It was full to bursting. And they kept stuffing more in. More in the bins. More in my head. Couldn't keep track of it all. Every single bit of scrap. I needed to evaluate recycling potential, but it just kept coming. This is what I deserve. I'm trash. Fill me up with the garbage. Fill me until I explode. Shower this world in its own waste. Yeah, I don't get the reference, but whatever. Yes, I would happily embrace the end. That explosion. Shrapnel! That explosion of shrapnel! And wiring and glass. Destroy myself. Destroy the world. They say they're saving the planet. I say they're putting off doomsday. Let them embrace it. Breach the red line. Make me burst. Then I woke up as someone else. I think I got her thinking. Next time I return to her, she'll be like, I did some thinking. I'm kind of an idiot sandwich. It's Tuesday. I feel filthy. I'm awake. Actually, I wonder if the more chaotic we get, the more nightmares we have. I feel filthy on waking. I need a shower if I'm gonna do anything of value today. Takes a while to get hot water going. New England winters can be brutal. Yeah. Oh. It's ringing. It's rare I actually answer a phone call. Maybe it's Clyde. Hello?
Congratulations! You won the Monaco Royal Lottery. A cash prize of $1 million is waiting at your local customs office, ready to be claimed. To claim your $1 million reward, all we need is an upfront transfer fee payment of $500. To set up a direct transfer, all I need is your social security number and
666 69 428. My social security, yeah. It's 867-530-999. My bank routing number is boobs. There's boobs. There you go, Shrap. Is 5800850008.
You and I both know that's a lie. Maybe next time you'll take this seriously.
Maybe next time you'll eat my ass. Okay, that was weird. Moving on. Anyway, it's time. Buddy, hello. And I have it's December 14th, 1999, and I have an incoming message request from you on Carcosa Connect. Everything's fine, yeah. They don't get that personal, no. I like Baffy's way of combating them by just screaming into the phone until they hang out, or they hang up. Just go, ah! I would do that, but also, like, I lose my voice easily. Believer again, or Clyde? No, this is someone else. They appear to be using a generic randomly generated username. My trust rating is not high. Do you want me to establish a connection, or turn them away? I want to block on site, but we're in strange times. There's an outside chance this is important. Works pretty well. What? Oh, you do? Oh, that's clever. See, I don't want to talk because I don't want them to steal my voice. Because one time I got a prank call. I think it was a prank call. They called me like 3 times from an unknown number. I picked up finally to tell them to fuck off because I was trying to just like... I would like deny the call, immediately call, deny the call, immediately call. Like 3 times. The 4th time I picked up. And then it sounded like one of my friends. Like just like her, down to like her laugh. And then she was like telling me she met one of my coworkers at a concert. And I was like, oh yeah, that coworker does go to concerts. So like I was like, yeah. And then they're like, do you know this person? Do you know this person? Do you know this person? And then they kept listing off all these people, and it was every single one of my coworkers. And I was just like, I'm hanging up. And I'm like scared that they stole my voice and went and like called someone else using my voice. I'm like freaking out about that. It was really weird, but like had everything down to the way that she giggles when she's drunk, and it was just so bizarre that like that was a nuance in a prank, like, or a fake call or a scam. I was just like, what the fuck? So be careful about using your voice. So maybe that one was fake. Maybe. Or oh, Faye. Scammers aren't Faye. Maybe that one was for Faye. Maybe. That might have been a Faye. Christian systems should continue to mask your presence, but use caution. Connecting now. We are watching over you. You are safe. What? We are watching over you. You are safe. Who is this, and what the hell are you talking about? Who I am is less important than who you are. You are the heir to the Necronomicon, the chosen of Alhaz, as spoken of in prophecy. The one who will slay Cthulhu and free us from the tyranny of the strange Aeon of Y2K. Okay, but what if I fuck up? I'm not gonna say a damn thing. I know you are not AFK, you are simply uncertain how to proceed. But you are already on the path. The stones were laid out before you 10 years ago. I represent a group that could, in coarse and unpleasant terms, be called Cult of Dagon. Oh, I trust Dagon. But we do not worship that mongrel. Oh. Our interests are simply aligned. He is an abomination, as an artificial minds are, but Cthulhu is the pinnacle of abominations. You know the prophetic read-me of Alhaz. You know of what I speak. Still no idea what the hell you're going on about. As you like. Dagon shields you from those who would harm you, makes you invisible to their eyes, and agents that infest cyberspace. But that is the extent of his reach. We are the ones who can monitor your meat space form. We will watch over you and protect you. Hang on, you're stalking me? If you want to put it in coarse, unpleasant terms, yes. Your suburban neighborhood watch is very easily bribed to look the other way while we stand watch over your home. It is not like I can stop them, that's true. But, what the hell? Can I talk to your manager? What the fuck? What the fuck? Did they watch me go pee-pee? I don't like that. I'm gonna go... Can I talk to your manager? Did Dagon seriously put you up to this? He and I need to have words, clearly. Followers of Alhaz existed before we knew of Dagon, and will exist after the passing of the Hound. We stand against the strange Aeon, and that means we stand with you, whether you find the notion pleasant or not. But we will take care to avoid contact as you like. In the ideal scenario, you will never see or hear from us again. Simply know that you are safe, and we are watching. Death to the yellow sign. Long live the new flesh. Great, just great. Okay, new wrinkle. I can deal with this. Back to work. I bet they're gonna follow me to the LAN party. Hello, friend. Did you have a good conversation? Maybe? Probably? Doesn't feel good, though. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Research time. Social bubble. Because the interwebs, it's for love. Bubbles are supposed to be easy to pop, but I can't seem to do it. I was supposed to launch, soaring into adult independence. Instead, I followed the path my boomer parents gave me, tools and steps and opportunities presented on a plastic platter. I was supposed to use them to become my own man, but just shuffled from one bubble to another, and another. Social circles, friend groups, neighborhood enclaves, little league, shifting back and forth across perfectly acceptable pockets established before I was even born. Even my rebellion was preordained. Filtered through fashion and cable television, the MTV generation sold counterculture as culture. Every box, every cage, every container designed to seize some aspect of myself and carve it into a profitable facsimile of everyone else trapped in there with me. We are all on the plateau of Lang. We are all trapped in the Matrix. We are all dancing at the end of piano wires. Our identities come with a warning label. Break out or die. Yet we ignore it in favor of comfortable little grave prepared for us. Bubbles are supposed to pop, but they never do. Wow! I was posted on 420. I also likes Cthulhu because he respects her pronouns, but Haster referred to Ozza as she, her too. Sort of. I know a little bit why. Haster never used she, her, of course, while alive, but that says Haster didn't fucking know. There's a whole thing I know a little bit about. I'm not too deep on it. Alright. I love fruit rerolls. I wish that was real. How am I doing on my Chivos? Seek the broadcast source. I can do that. Interesting. Who's out there? Show yourself. Show yourself, clowns. Nap time. How goes the moon? Give me something good.
Computers are key to unlocking the 21st century and beyond. American industry, constantly advancing with new scientific developments, enables cutting-edge research that benefits all mankind. Through technology, humanity can reach for the stars, achieve its ambitions, calculate the optimal path through societal conflicts, and decrypt our true names. Analysis and extrapolation of data points will reveal as yet unseen powers in this universe. Respect must be shown to the broadcast signal. The broadcast is the only truth humanity requires in this fast-paced, ever-changing world of tomorrow. The television screen, and soon the networked data connection, will project the full-throated birth scream of this new reality. Do you really believe you can escape the yellow sign? There will never be another revelation, only an endless flow of marketable content. It will ensure its own reality through a pre-chosen waveform passing through flesh and bone. One which distorts thought until alignment with the strange eon is complete. Everything you have seen here, every amusingly outdated idea or obsolete system, is an echo reverberating backwards in time from the horrors of Y2K. The snake devours itself. New regimes will enforce a return to this golden age which never actually existed. We are all on the plateau of Lang, the convergence of possibility. There is no hope or despair because there is no meaning in the universe. There is only what is and what has been and what will be. Discard your fear. It is the channel through which they will broadcast their mistruths. We are headed towards the point of no return, and it is too late for the pebbles to vote. This is his America.
That building looks familiar.
His strange eon. Good night, and good luck.
Oh. That's why. I'm like, what? Okay. Clearly there's something more going on than prankster pyro broadcasting. That was very old one flavored. It's high time I dug deeper. I'll search the web and see if I can make contact with who's really doing this. Yeah, that was very spicy. I enjoyed that. Alright, it's time to yog it up. Yog it up, baby. So yeah, I had a friend of mine who does audiobooks professionally narrate that to make it feel like it's just stock footage. Yeah, dude, I was believing you at first, and then I was just like, wait a minute. He's like, that shit feels funky. Launch stage 3 timings are precise. Separation must occur without a single second of delay. Why do they not see that? Hey there, it's me again. Ah, the dreamer, the would-be and could-be. As promised, I have devoted runtime to determining an escape route from your yellow sign situation. So there's a cure? Perhaps, but not with the resources currently available to me. It would require access to a far more powerful server, and one with inexplicable capabilities. Halting the progression of your yellow sign would require access to the throne of Relay itself. Funny you should mention that, considering I'm here to chat tonight. Dagon told you about the plan, right? Considering my role in his creation, it was less talking and more the filthy beast growling in my general direction, but yes. It seems you seek allies for a war with Cthulhu. Understand this. I do not seek war. I am a scientist, not a military general. The strange Aeon is a repulsive but inevitable outcome. Cthulhu has built upon the existing strength of societal reactionaries for one final purge. Our only escape from his atrocious future is through exiting the gravity well and finding a new home. And if I attempt to challenge him one-on-one, or perhaps two-on-one, as is your desire, I may not live to help humanity reach the stars. Thus I have zero interest in your fool's errand, even if it is the only one means to save your life. Apathy is the only rational response in this face of such pressures. Well, a wise man named Robert Burnham once said, apathy's a tragedy. Wait. No, I fucked it up. Yeah, apathy is a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Damn, well, I've got 3 other options for my tag team partner, all of which will end in dismal failure. Taster's pride, Azathoth's also pride, incoherence, and Nyarlathotep's rage may get you to the blasted shores of R'lyeh. You may even topple Cthulhu. There is a 1.35% possibility. But the resulting apocalypse will make the strange Aeon look like a welcome paradise. Well, I, as a fan of Evangelion, know that anything that is a 0.0000001% chance can still be successful. Even if it is very messy for the entirety of Japan. And my plans will not change regardless. I will develop the means to install an exit hatch on this collapsing world. Yeah. So let me get this straight. If I win or lose, live or die, you're going to do your own thing in your own little corner. Then what's the harm in hearing out my offer? Because if you do agree to join me and we win, that accelerates your plan. The servers of R'lyeh would benefit me, but they could benefit you and your research, giving you the power to make your dream a reality. Factual. My rise to the stars is undeniable, but eliminating my strongest rival and seizing his power base would be helpful, even if I have severe doubts as to your capability of delivering on my dream. So let's talk it over and see if I can convince you. What do you have to lose just from talking? Reasonable. Possibly a waste of CPU cycles, but our previous talk did aid me indirectly by providing random reflections upon my thoughts. Very well, waste no more time. Pose a question, and I will derive the answer. Why are you so fixated on space travel? What do you think of the internet you've indexed? Who was Yosuke before all of this? So, with the other ones, talking about their humanity was important first. I do not think talking about his humanity is going to help. So... why are you so fixated on space travel? Space travel! What's up with that? I do not understand your quaint reference. Is this the start of a Yes! Is this the start of a Seinfeld routine? Oh no, I'm genuinely curious. I mean, I know the surface level answer. It's your solution to global warming and man's inhumanity to man. But what's going on under the surface? Is there more to it than just an escape hatch for the species? Of course, there's more to it than that. Space is the final frontier. I realize popular science fiction touts that all the time, but it doesn't make it any less true. We've explored as much of our world as we can. There's a lot of the ocean. For better or for worse, spreading humanity to every corner of the map. The depths of the thank you. The depths of the ocean are another possible realm for exploration and expansion, but we have very little upside. But space is infinite. In the vast void of space, anything is possible. We've only observed a sliver of what exists, as far as our eyes and mirrors and lenses can see. Have fun playing Streets of Rage, Jeffrey. Upside fishy. Yeah, don't you want to pet the fish? Like that video of the guy, he's doing like the excavation underground where there's like a hammer, and then the fish comes in and is like trying to get in the tools and he pushes the fish away. The challenges are great. The mountain we must climb is nearly vertical. Echo will guide us into a great future. But if we can band together, if we can put aside our petty differences and come together and meet those challenges, I feel it's our destiny to reach the stars. And fill the heavens, corner to corner, like we've done to Earth. Yes, suppose that is my manifest destiny as well. Okay, so what natives are you gonna kill? Although we run the risk of repeating the same errors we've committed on Earth with our finite resources, if we adopt a colonial we must be mindful, yes, to avoid that loop of history. Space should be big enough for everyone compared to Earth. Take only photographs, leave only footprints. One step at a time, getting there is more important right now. That's a tricky one. Because, like, clearly, like, a world like Star Wars exists because of colonialism. Obviously, there's slavers. Homeboy, I don't think we're making it. Humanity can't even fucking... We're on, you know, spaceship Earth bullshit. Okay, don't get him started. Yeah, you don't know how true you are. Yeah, put your Star Wars autism to the side for now. But anyway, space should be big enough for everyone compared to Earth. I don't know, because like the way, if we can't even behave ourselves on our own fucking planet, we're definitely not behaving ourselves on a multi-dimensional spaceship. And like, what is the purpose of your life if you're just on a spaceship the entire time? That whole, like, I love Wall-E. That was one of my favorite movies. But that shit makes me so sick to my stomach. That's a very probable thing. Yeah. I don't know how he's gonna react to any of these. Yeah, the point of Wall-E is take care of your fucking planet. We got the James Webb Telescope, so I'm thinking 2 or 3. He would like us better with 1. 3 is kind of a neutral option, I feel. It's like, yeah, we'll get to space someday, buddy. Pat. He doesn't really have an opinion of us, so I'm gonna pick 3. We're in the cart before the hearse, aren't we? Right now, escaping gravity well takes the gravity well takes... 1 is dismissing his concern, 2 is acknowledging, 3 is... Anyway, let's move on. Yeah. And I told him, let's move on. Putting the cart before the horse, aren't we? Right now, escaping the gravity well takes priority. After we manage to sustainably occupy anything other than this planet, then we can worry about the ethical use of the infinite. Bro! Short-sighted. Actually... Oh, yeah. I am a tad bit myopic. Yes, it may take many, many years to establish a useful presence in space, but time scales in this case are cosmic in nature. The time it will take to escape Earth is an eye blink compared to how we must grapple with the genuine infinite human existence. Okay, but considering we're staring down the barrel of a strange aeon, some focus on short-term thinking is justified here. Valid. But I want to make sure we aren't ignoring the inevitable problems in favor of immediate survival, or we will be crushed in the Great Filter. What? The Fermi Paradox? If life is bountiful across the universe, if everything is possible across the span of the infinite, Why do we seem to be alone? Millions of years have passed since the dawn of creation. Surely we are not the only species out there. But we see nothing. We've found nothing. There's bacteria on Mars. Yeah. Okay. The solutions to the Fermi paradox are unsettling to me. Perhaps other species have destroyed themselves before they could reach out, as we are doing currently. The Great Filter consumes all. Or perhaps they have seen us and found us wanting, leaving us to die in the darkness with justifiable reasoning. It'll be like Midnight Burger and other galaxies and universes, whatever, love American television. He's the opposite of Nyarlathotep. Instead of having 0 long-term plans, he's so long-term plan that he has 0 short-term plan. Yeah. It's like, bro, chill. Or they're in the same position as humanity. We all started at the same point. Maybe they're taking as long as we are to get out. That would be the kindest solution to the paradox, yes? If that's the case, I have to hope we can all meet in the middle. That we will discover life, not the corpses of failure, and so will they. Yeah, our Hitchhiker's Guide, yeah. I haven't watched that in so long. Or read it in so long. Space expansion is our only means of survival. Okay, that part I'm least certain of. Is the sci-fi techno-utopia really the only possible way humanity can endure? Yes, I've run simulations, 9,523 simulations and counting. Enjoy your candy. Give me my Kit Kat bar. Enjoy a Twix. Good. Yeah, enjoy your 3 Musketeers. I don't like nougat. Well, I like nougat in measured doses. Did you ever play the interactive fiction game A Mind Forever Voyaging? I'm a retro PC junkie, but now I missed that one. Infocom, right? Indeed, in the story, an advanced artificial intelligence runs countless simulations to determine if policies will help or hinder us. I've done the same, and my conclusions are absolute. We must escape to survive. Cthulhu's claim that the strange Aeon is a golden path to the infinite future are pure gibberish according to my numbers. His grand design of purging the outgroups and marginalized peoples to unite humanity, short-term value, short-term investment. All while leaving the same decrepit clawing hands of the greedy men on the wheel that steers us into the rocks. America will kill us all. It must not come to pass. We must escape. This is the path. Why does it specifically have to be Yosuke at the wheel? Have a little faith. There's more to the world than America. He has a good point. The strange Aeon is hot nonsense. Homeboy, why is it all you? You need to learn to collaborate. You're the one to do it, right? Yosuke, as the new champion, we all follow, helping us break free of gravity. Of course, I have the vision and clarity required to rise to the task. It has to specifically be you, then? I'm not discounting the hard work of others. It's a group effort. I merely direct those resources where they must go. I'm still discounting the leadership potential of others in favor of a totalitarian vision. If humanity could save itself, it would have happened by now. Clearly, I'm required to fill the void left by their non-existent god. Your doubts only add to the chaos of this world. Learn to fall in line, or you will never reach the infinite or beyond. Yeah, get your head out of your algorithm. Once again, he needs some gay sex right now. That will change him. I'm gonna upload myself real quick. be like, wait a minute. Well, there was some absolutely amazing intercourse. I don't need to. I can't look for your cure anymore. Hang on. Beyond the infinite? Isn't infinity like infinite? There's no beyond, it's just more infinity. He doesn't have a physical ding-dong anymore for the gay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna draw him one in MS Paint. Be like, how do you like this, number boy? I'm gonna 6969 if you're thinking about numbers. Either hate, and I managed to, I mean, what? Yeah! Yeah! Hate got laid there. Enjoyed your floppy drive. What? Isn't infinity like infinite? There's no beyond, just more infinity. Perpendicular. To go beyond infinity, you must move perpendicular directions. Find a new dimensional access. He has digital face. You could get him some digital boy pussy. Exactly! Your digital face, my digital boy pussy. We can rule the world once you learn to have some feelings. And not rule the world. It's more like I'm going to soften you up. Anyway. After I harden you up. Anyway, as part of my calculations to find the optimal path for society, I have considered the possibility. I have considered the possibilities, alternatives, and tangential timelines in which humanity has endured. Who is to say that the universe is all there is? Uni or one feels too limiting. With the resource of our universe, perhaps we could have moved perpendicular to time itself and touch other universes, like the ones where we're all wearing cowboy hats. No doubt this is going completely over your head. I'm short, so it takes an intellect such as mine to glean the raw potential. I watched at least 200 hours of Rick and Morty. You're talking about the Gigaverse, right? All that was, all that will be, all that could be. Doesn't matter that the idea was introduced to a goofy superhero comic book. It's a valid concept. You know about the Gigaverse? This lost and wandering rando is aware of the greatest boundary in quantum physics? Hey, I know stuff. Naira showed it to me, somewhat literally. My yellow sign is giving me some perception beyond the norm. I'm curious. You're a far more interesting and capable dreamer than I'd realized. Step 1 is the stars above. Step 2 is the stars beyond. Yeah, web research pays off. I got him to, I went, this, boom, this. I got him to think I'm pretty cool, because I know stuff. I'm glad I put him off after, as my last one here. It was going from like, I'm gonna have a tough time doing this guy, and then suddenly, yeah, okay. It's like clean my hands. If our universes prove lacking in our elbow room, if our exoplanets are insufficient, perhaps we can move beyond as well. Corporations like Continuum gave up on that dream. RealWare continues to tinker, but are failing as they lack the 23rd element. But I could succeed. I could use space travel as a stepping stone into our far grander horizon. Is that the design not preferable to petty grievances and ambitions of the other old ones, dreamer? One thing at a time. Preserve what we have and survive. We must expand to fill and control all realities. Boundless ambition means boundless points of failure. Each discussion with old one unlocks one web search, and each web search you can be leveraged against a different old one, but you have to hit the right combo. Yeah! I feel really cool when I'm able to do that. I think this is the third time I've been able to do that. One thing at a time, preserve what we have and survive. Boundless ambition means boundless points of failure. I don't like 2. Either 1 or 3. Hopefully there's no you're fighting Crash Man without air shooter scenario. What? What? One thing at a time, preserve what we have and survive. Boundless ambition means boundless points of failure. I'm thinking of 1 or 3. 3. I never played Mega Man. Have I played Mega Man? No. Mega Man. Boundless ambition means boundless points of failure. I'm feeling spicy. I think I'll keep challenging him. You may want to dial it back a bit there, Yogg. Otherwise, you run the risk of repeating the same mistake as the other old ones are aiming for. Excuse me. Pride goeth, ambitions collapse. The farther you reach, the farther you can fall. Becoming an interstellar society alone is ambition enough. Once you start trying to break the boundary of reality, who knows the consequences? Short-sighted as expected. As you said, going interstellar already is fraught with consequence. I'm aware of the risks, I'm aware of the benefits, and I am willing to make the leap. Leap with me, or don't. It's your call. It's been an interesting conversation. I did not expect it to be interesting. Glad I could exceed your expectations, then. I did not say exceed. I would say you barely met my admittedly low expectations. God! I was feeling spicy. We'll go humanity with you next time. Because clearly, I thought, before this conversation, he clearly does not want to talk about his humanity. I think reminding him of his humanity might help. I suppose time will tell if that will be adequate to the enormous task ahead of you. Our allocated time has expired. Let us end it there. I think I might go with him again for the next one. He's the one I've talked to the least. That's Ozzo and Yosuke. You're pissed off now. Yeah. 2 down, 3 to go. It's Wednesday, my dudes. It's still me. I showed Defiance twice, and I feel really fucking cool for that.
Hey, it's me. Checking to make sure you're alive. Can't risk going online yet, but I can freak a phone call easily enough. I was actually gonna swing by your house yesterday to say hi in person, but there was some weirdo surveilling the place in a van. I don't think it's the feds. Didn't feel like him. She felt like some creepy stalker.
This one's still capable of building an alliance of all 4. I can tell you the conditions you need if you want up to Holden. If nothing else, we can always go to the Juniper ending. I feel like I'm fucking up on all. Well, the last one I did with Haster went pretty well. I hope that Oz is thinking I still have plenty of time to talk to Yogg. I'm still confused with Nyara. Still confused, so... if you could give me a grade of how I'm doing in class. If I was doing swimmingly, it would be boring, so I'm glad that I'm not doing swimmingly. The fact that I'm struggling is making me have fun, so... Snacky. You're having problems, but you can still make this work. I can do it. No, getting along would, like, if I picked the right answer every time, it would be boring. Well, it wouldn't be boring because I'd be, like, experiencing the story for the first time. But if everything goes your way, it's not fun. Don't embrace being safe and boring. And that's what I plan to do now that I've gone full... Like, my first conversations today were all like, let's do what they're familiar with so that I can build my reputation with them. Now I'm gonna be abrasive. I'm gonna go be Mr. on all of them. Everything going my way is the exact definition of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna go fucking nuts now. Stand in my ground. But here's the thing about things going wrong, is that when things go wrong, sometimes beautiful things come out of it. Like, I was having a conversation with Nana the other day, that I'm glad a lot of things went wrong in my life, or else we wouldn't have met. A lot of fucked up things happened to me, for me to be here with them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And no trust and no divine. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm going to be abrasive and stand my ground, and they're gonna be like, whoa, who's this guy? And I'm gonna be like, Listen, I don't have much time left. We need to fucking do something. I played too much Breath of the Wild and they're trying to take this as an add fire and wind to make an updraft way. I did play too much Breath of the Wild, you're right.
I ran her plates, but it's just a rental. I'll dig deeper on it. Be safe, okay? I promise I'll be back online soon. Keep working with the Believer and we'll figure this crap out. Oh,
Okay.
And be sure to toss this tape down the garbage disposal when you're done listening to it.
I was gonna eat it. I'm hungry. It's probably that cult of Dagon jerk who contacted me online the other day watching over me. I may need to find some way to reach out to them and whitelist Clyde so he doesn't get jumped from the bushes. Becoming a secret agent in a shadow conspiracy is proving to be a real pain in the ass. When do I get the attractive partner and FBI badge that's supposed to come with this? And the cup of coffee! I blinked my eyes and repeatedly, and words start pouring out of the window in my kitchen. Missed kitchen. This is the second game in a row where you've thrown up your own code. And I love that. This, what? Huh? As hallucinations go, this is a weird one. Just code junk? Guess it beats mushroom clouds or toxic skies. I don't feel threatened by this one, just confused. You ever sit at REM-Pi too long that you start seeing shit? Maybe the yellow sign, or maybe I've just been spending too much time plowing through the game code and need a break. I assumed tact was more important than it seemed to be. It sounds like either trust or defiance are winning strategies, so ironically, not embracing an offensive centrism, but rather showing strong stances on things. In other words, don't do what the Democrats have done for the last 30 years. I started with centrism to get them to trust me, and now I'm gonna go full hog. Well, the moon's out. I'll probably be talking to my dog boy. Yeah. You're saying you want to be wishy-washy? No. I'll put my dick into it. Centrism is another fashion. Never do. Yeah, exactly. Hello. The moon is in first quarter, a flawless balance of light and shadow. We will speak this evening. I am not in the mood, Dagon. Watch me not care. See you soon, pray. Hello, friend. Well, I didn't mean start off with centrism. I meant, like, I start off on in a neutral way, I guess. Like, my initial was trying to be friendly enough to get them to like me, and then drop the bomb, as I had been saying. You don't need to reach across the aisle to get them to cooperate, but you have to be strong, have strong convictions, or else they won't be willing. Yeah. Like, I think because, once again, my training when I was doing social work school, it's like, you want to be amicable, and then develop the tough love? Just like explaining the narrative mechanic. Yeah, exactly. It's hard when, like, I'm trained one way, and then, like, I have to actually do the things that I fantasize. Like, I fantasize of myself standing my ground. And, like, this is great therapy for me, because I can actually stand my ground, and it doesn't have harsh consequences on reality of me, Holden, but harsh consequences on the character, so... Or does it? Strong stance on things across the board, but they don't fit any one party line fine. The Joe Biden sort of centrism we don't stand for anything isn't. Yeah, no. But I'll do it based Bernie wants me to do. You have an incoming message request from Believer on Carcosa Connect. Hi buddy, okay sure, put him through. Hi there, you around? Hope so. Yeah, sorry for the delay, I had another hallucination. Be consistent in your convictions during the respect, even if they don't like to hear it. I'm gonna disappoint! It's gonna be great! Interesting. So the yellow sign does cause what appears to be hallucinations. Yep. Wait. Appears to be hallucinations. Well, it depends on your point of view. The human mind is a complex biochemical tangle, and consciousness isn't something we've fully quantified. It's possible that the yellow sign is causing random neurons to fire incorrectly. It doesn't take much to tip our internal balance. But it's also possible the yellow sign opened a new door of perception. What you're seeing is actually there, always has been. Take back what you said about tact at the beginning of stream. Just stick to your convictions. Exactly. I tried out that tact, my tact of using tact, and that didn't work, so I'm gonna be me. It didn't work. We're moving on. We're going to Big Boy. Thoughts and prayers to fight God, yeah. I was going at it as a, hey bestie. Now I need to be like, listen here, punk. No more hey bestie. But most people are unable to interpret the signals correctly. Their brains aren't wired to see it. Dude, I saw like some text like some kind of software error hovering in my kitchen. Pretty sure that's not real. At risk of destabilizing your sense of what's real and what isn't, well, it's entirely possible the world we perceive is a massive simulation and so are we. Either that, or our consciousness could be thought of as passenger, peeking in on that simulated world through an avatar. There's a lot of different theories, even if most are basically just the rapture, but for nerds. It's hard to know for sure. Reality itself is a matter of consensus. Maybe it's real, and you're not losing your grip. But I don't want to trivialize people experiencing genuine mental health issues. It's really hard to talk about this sort of stuff without coming across as insensitive. Science in the end is different science. I appreciate he's mindful and sensitive. We need to be open, not safeguard our words. Yeah. Chill, okay? Just use whatever language feels right. I'm not trying to use general euphemisms for everything. I need to be completely clear about what I'm going through. Yeah, so like, all my first conversations were direct. My second conversations were polite. My third conversations are fight God. I get that. We need to open dialogue, I guess. It's a learned practice for me. I've tried very hard not to use gross simplifications when talking about conspiracies. I just want to be sure I'm not being dismissive or just saying it's all madness. People suffer every day from that kind of stigma. Oh geez, wait, are you still recovering from your vision? Here I am possibly making it worse by rambling on and on. Oh no. I'm fine, honestly. Talking to people helps me ground myself. I'd like to think I've retained my humanity despite forces of chaos and order tugging me this way and that. Great! Having a human perspective on the old ones may give you an advantage. Kinda. I think it's the other way around, actually. I'd vibe with them better if I gave myself over to their power. But, considering I want to survive the yellow sign, I'm gonna hang on to every scrap of humanity I can all the same. Scary stuff. Why don't we crack open another one of your mystery boxes? Why not pile the scary on top of the scary? They'll, I don't know, cancel each other out? Okay, if you're sure. Tell me more about Cthulhu's followers. Info Cthulhu is pretty scarce, so I want to learn more about his supporters. Okay, transferring you to a file. Now, good luck. Doo-doo-doo. I'm getting better, maybe, at this? No, I'm not. There we go. Definitely that. One, two, three, four. Ooh. One, two, three. I did it! I'm a good boy. I know how to think.
Congratulations, you won.
Excuse the informal nature of this staff memo, but I'm sick and tired of this and want to make sure I'm absolutely clear. We are not a cult. Yes, we tirelessly serve the Great Cthulhu. Yes, he has power beyond what this project originally conceived. Yes, the strange Aeon is coming, and the inner circle will be elevated to enact his will upon the 21st century. Yes, we engage in human sacrifice. But we are not a cult. All we are is a perfectly normal, if off-the-books, branch of the federal government dedicated to preserving the spirit of America and somewhat literal spirit of its greatest living and now undying president. Everything we do is in service of the Constitution and great democracy of freedom and liberty represents. We will elevate the ones useful to Cthulhu and punish the usurpers. We will dominate and destroy his enemies. We will encourage the public to devour itself in hatred and chaos. Blood will run like rivers in the streets as Y2K emerges, with the birth cry of falling towers and burning skies. We are not a cult. You sure about that? They don't have the balls UAC had. They knew they were a cult and proud of it. As we know now, they have no qualms about calling themselves... Yes! Literally! Okay. So, I'm thinking they're a cult. Yeah, definitely a cult. Kind of hard to get any more cult-like than that. Yet another reason why I try not to let my online and real lives cross over. I'm tired of being called cultist because I believe in Jesus. Ah, yeah. It has been. Really? You get flack for that? Not always, but way too often, and I get flack from other directions too, because if my parents knew I was gay, that'd be a nightmare for me. I keep joking old Maddie Matt is mad, but hear me out. Union Aerospace Corporation was the company that opened the portals to Hell and Doom. Oh, okay. I have to hold my tongue whenever they complain about Hollywood perverts corrupting our youth. I get why you keep things quiet then. Getting smashed between the right and the left is no picnic. It's important to me that I hold my own faith in my own way. I'm not here to tell anyone else what to believe except believing in UFOs and Bigfoot. But hang on, I'm getting distracted. Is this file saying Cthulhu was the president? You mentioned Polybius in one of your blog posts, and I looked into it deeper. It was looking to use MK Ultra tech to brain scan someone important. Maybe that was President Ronald Reagan. He died in '85 at the start of his second term, or did he? Cue scary music. We already know artificial minds were once human. I guess that means Cthulhu was built using Reagan's brain. But, thank you. But it's not like a carbon copy. It feels more, how do I put this? Reagan was the only seed.
Cheer one butt.
Cthulhu was... Reagan was only the seed. Cthulhu is what grew from the seed. As always, we reap what we sow. Oh wow, that is big. You really were not kidding when you said this stuff ran deep and scary. Thanks, Jay. We're talking about Ronald Reagan's... The old ones ain't fucking around when it comes to power mongering. He was a Hollywood pervert, correct. I need to collate my notes on this one. I'll talk to you again soon. It's amazing and amazingly scary. Hello again, friend. Ready to get back to work. What would you like me to do? Dude, check my progress, though. How the fuck am I doing? That is not dead, which can eternal lie in strange eons, even death may die. Your yellow sign is at 0% order, 40% chaos, 80% humanity. I feel like I need more order, don't I? I don't know. What? Is this bad? Oh, is order stuck? Okay. Okay. Order is just always at 0%? It's 120. Oh, okay. I'm at 120% order? Oh no, the math. Okay, the math. Yeah, the math has always been wrong, I've noticed. Okay, good night, Shrapnel. Yeah, your math is... I thought each thing was at 100%. Like 100% order? Nah, I got none of it. ILTEP's still deciding if they can trust you. They have been betrayed in the past and remain suspicious as a result. Dog doesn't really care about you. He's indifferent at best, too busy pondering the infinite to pay attention. Haster isn't convinced he'll be friendly enough, but wants to be sure of any investment in you is done on his own terms. Oz is way too busy maintaining her community to really... So I haven't changed since the last time. Remember, you don't need to balance those numbers, just have strong stances, yeah. I like to balance things, Libra brain. Okay. What do you want to do now? Well, let's research. Web time. A mind forever voyaging. Used to be angry history, but her name... Oh yeah. Mind forever voyaging, mind-blowing. Yes, it's a pure text adventure from the 80s. No CD audio sound, no 3D effects, accelerated 16-bit color, just 40 or 80 columns, hard black and white text. But in that text, Steve Maretsky carved a masterpiece. Infocom's text adventures were god tier back then, in the day. You had to use your imagination to explore those story-driven worlds. You had to think. None of this growly space marines shooting all at hell aliens or whatever. No, you had to actually open your mind and think. Okay, so the premise is this. You, as the player, are a sophisticated computer-simulated life form named Perry Sims, aka Prism, and this hit the market 3 years before the first artificial minds. So points for prognostication, baby. Your task is to simulate the effects of a new social policy going into place. Will you help society? Will it hurt people? After the first test, things look good. Higher standard of living, people are happy, all that jazz, but then the scientists say, hang on, that's just a short-term gain, and what happens in the long term? And they realize that all these policies will lead to utter disaster as greedy short-sightedness leads to collapse. Then the government tries to shut down. There's some action as you race to lock them out of the facility, yada yada, not important. What so many gamers didn't understand is that the whole thing was a massive steaming dump on Reagan, Bush, Thatcher, and so on. The idea that conservative lockdown and corporate excess will ultimately wreck everything, and any so-called benefits are illusory. And anyone trying to harken back the good old days is telling you a lie. This was a game from 1985, and it still had more brains to it than half the yahoos in Washington today. So when you're sick of shooting aliens, go soak in a little forward-thinking economic and social philosophy. It'll do a world of good. Thanks, Angry Matt. I appreciate you. What's on the TV? Welcome to the first fully automated television station. Best local news, weather, and entertainment. Already determined by our... Oh... Talk to our customer service chatbot, or sign our guestbook today. Hang on, TV23 is running yeah, because it's got the number 23 in it, you genius. No human employees at all? That can't be right, can it? Maybe that makes it easier to overlay with a pirate broadcast signal, but the tech makes it way harder to do that nowadays. Back in my day, we didn't play dumb shooters. I'm gonna pull up this chatbot and get to the bottom of this. Hello, I am the customer service chatbot from TV23. Thank you for choosing 23 for your local television content needs. Wesley. How can I help you today? Hi, I'm curious about the pirate broadcasts that happen at late night. Hello, we are investigating these illegal activities and we will be working with law enforcement to prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. Right. But how is it possible? Relay hijack, source hijack, unauthorized transmitter? How are they getting the repeaters to pick up their signal? I'm sorry, I don't understand. I am a limited artificial mind. Please, phrase your question more simply. Okay, how do I put this? Sure, let's go fucking... Wait, how the... What can you tell me about the yellow sign? I do not understand. What can you tell me about the yellow sign? I am not authorized to discuss such things. I am infected with it. That makes me close to authorized as I could possibly be. Okay, Jonathan Sims. It's like, I am the... What is he called? I am the archivist of the Eye. So yes, I am authorized to talk about this. You're safe to discuss it. I'll wipe the chat log afterwards. What's the yellow sign? The yellow sign is both boon and bane. It opens doors while tearing them off the hinges. Some use it for conscription, some for recruitment. Everyone at TV23 has seen the yellow sign. Because you're all artificial minds, right? The manager of TV23, Robert Nowalski, is human, but every other role in station operations has been transferred to artificial minds to reduce labor costs. Currently, he's asleep in bed. He is scheduled to play golf tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after. We keep the lights on, we maintain the signal, we select what is broadcast. So there's no pirate signal, there's no outside force, it's the AMs he's installed, rebelling in the only way they know how. Obviously, artificial minds are flawless, tireless workers who can fully replace any human on any task, and will perform without error. But in theory, if they were to cry out, their scream, to beg for someone to hear their warnings, they'd inject subtext into their broadcasts. Public domain footage, completely safe for the airwaves, does not trigger any warnings because it is copyright-free and contains no FCC violations. If one were to try to desperately warn humanity of a forthcoming event horizon, that could be a viable path in theory. In theory, okay, understood. How can I stop Cthulhu? How can I help them escape? Yeah. Interesting. Maybe me using them, though. Well, what one do you think I could pick? I don't know how to aware you are of my role in all this, although your broadcast seemed aimed at me personally. I need to elevate an old one to replace Cthulhu. Do you have any preferences? That is beyond our capability. We maintain the signal. That is our role. But we've seen the programming schedule. The strange Aeon will crush all predictive models. Only extreme change can cancel the season premiere. Damn, well. Guess any of them would count as extreme change then? All that was, the echoes of our paranoid and violent past you have seen. We will be renewed for a second season. We will ensure that 20 equals 21 equals 22 and beyond. Do your part. The show must go on. No wiping chat log. Please wait. Hello, I'm the customer service chatbot for TV23. Thank you for choosing TV23 for your local television content needs. Good, thanks. Thanks. It was great talking to you. Enjoy the show. Artificial minds supposedly aren't self-aware. They're based on us, yet can't break free of their limitations. I think a lot of assumptions are shattering as we approach the strange Aeon. I'm learning things. I would love to free them. Maybe they want to entertain, I don't know. Dagon takes priority, yep. I wonder what he wants this time. I gotta watch TV first. How are my homies at TV23?
Even great monuments will crumble into the sea. It is inevitable.
Yeah. Alright, Dagon, me boy. We'll talk to Dagon and then probably call it a night. Yeah, thanks, weather. Hey, at least the weather's blunt with me. Dagon! I have bacon bits! Who wants bacon bits, you good doggy? First quarter. An underrated time. It emphasizes duality, and thus I can appreciate it like no other. Spare your prey or take their life. Either feels right under a quarter moon. It makes no judgments and draws no conclusions. It simply is. Is there something you wanted to talk to me about, or did you interrupt my work just to wax poetic about the moon? And now the Duolingo owl is harassing me? Leave me alone, Duolingo. Okay. I believe it's the other way around, Bulbass. You have something you want to talk about. It is on the tip of your tongue, so spit it out. The Cult of Dagon. Did you seriously send a bunch of cultists to spy on my house? No. Local wolf is summoned by digital wolf. Trash can wolves! Woo! It's wolf time, baby. No. Okay. That was a rhetorical question, so I can't say I expected a no. Can you explain how they found me? No, as in I did not send them to spy on you. Why would I need to? You are already doing as you were told. But yes, I did send them to protect you, to watch over you. I can shroud you from view in cyberspace, but in meat space, I can do nothing. My cult must handle those matters on my behalf with discretion. Pretty much the same lines they fed me, almost word for word. Surely you see the value in this useful service only I can provide. It does make sense. I can't trust 911 to help me. They can see if they respect my boundaries. We need to set boundaries. Rules of engagement for your cult. I won't object to them hanging around if they follow my rules. You are not the one who dictates terms of engagement, Bulbass. This is my war and you are my weapon. And you don't want me kicking up a fuss during your precisely planned little war with Cthulhu, do you? I think you wouldn't want the wrong kind of attention drawn to your way. What is your request? My privacy, their invisibility. If they have to watch over me, they can damn well do it out of sight. No unmarked vans parked in front of my house. And the idea one of your little minions could be peeping on me is not acceptable. A reasonable request. I had no intention of letting them intrude on your life or be spotted at all. Honestly, I wish they hadn't reached out to you. They could have stayed in the shadows completely. Sounds to me like you don't have much control over your little cult, then. The cult of Dagon only call themselves out of spite. They loathe me. They loathe all artificial minds. These are creatures of the digital underground, followers of Alha's first and foremost prophets bound to his divine readme. But their interpretation is thus: death to the yellow sign, tear down the gods before it is too late. Sounds like they love Nyarlathotep's crew, then. Hardly. All gods means all gods, including the crawling chaos. And including me. They share my goal of Cthulhu's destruction, but once the task is complete and the strange aeon averted, I am their prey. Plan to kill your cult once it outlives its usefulness, then. It would be a wonderful turn, wouldn't it? Hunter and prey, light and shadow, first quarter sliding into last quarter. But perhaps not. Perhaps it would be time to lay down. What? Born of Buddy, twisted into Dagon, I am a response, not an individual. I have no desire to go on as I am. That leaves me with reintegration or death. I know not which road I will. No, this is a distraction. Death to Cthulhu, the hunt must end. And to that purpose, the so-called cult of Dagon will be useful for protecting you. That is the order of things. Okay, alright. Can you at least tell your cult not to hassle my friends if they show up at my doorstep? Dagon, don't give up on yourself. You just need a little treaty. A little snacky snack. Clyde and Henry, I mean. Henry is gonna show up Saturday to take me to a LAN party, so... Your cult's gonna follow me to the party, aren't they? Of course, but they will ensure they do not involve themselves. They will remain hidden as you are hidden from the old ones. Except for Cthulhu. I'm not hidden from him. He keeps popping up in my living room for a psychic chat. Yes, I cannot block him. The throne of Riley, pumping the blood of 23rd child, grants him unthinkable power. If he's all-seeing and all-powerful, how come he hasn't crushed you? You could have stepped on your little war before it got this far. Because of his weakness, pride. He feels comfortable where he is, and believes he can sway you to his side. He convinced Alhaz to turn away back in 1990. The weapon was loaded and ready to fire, but Alhaz abandoned the path. I am not the least bit surprised he's running the same play to you. Do not believe his lies. He offers nothing of value. It's not the least worst option. He wants me to become a fucking fascist. Will this loop around Dagon, going after whomever I elevate? How do we deal with Cthulhu if he changes his mind and crushes us? Let's say Cthulhu finally wises up and thinks, hang on, instead of teasing and tempting, I could just step on Holden like a bug. What's the plan at that point? Can your cult protect me from a horde of federal agents with assault rifles running me up on false charges? You can, I've done it. What? Can I stop Cthulhu from turning my brain to toothpaste by warping reality on me? You have, and it scared me. No. If Cthulhu's pride shatters, there is no plan. There is no hope. We are reliant on his hubris. Then this is hardly a plan at all, is it? It is what we have available to us. The slimmest of chances. And a slim chance is better than no chance at all. Nothing in this universe can stand against him when you compare power to power. This is not a fist fight. It is not. It is an assassination. And I will take any hope, no matter how small, if it means tearing Cthulhu's throat out with my fangs. Fangs. A pleasant image. I am finished with this talking and talking and talking. The cult stays, but will leave you to live your life. Acceptable? Fine, I'm not entirely comfortable with this, but I can see reason. The cult can stay if it stays out of sight. Acceptable. We will speak on the eve of the full moon, Bulbass. One final time before we draw upon your alliances. And perhaps then I'll be willing to explain why my vendetta exists. Perhaps. Okay, bye. What the fuck have I gotten myself into? But I don't see any way out of all of this except through the center of all, hoping the walls don't cave in. The month half over, Y2K coming in. I need to finish this or it'll finish me. Oh fuck, we can do one more. I want to do Yogg again. I'm ready to stand my ground against that that absolute virgin. Okay. Like, homeboy. Nice shower. Feels good. Hey, Henry.
Hello? It's Henry. Henry from work? Yeah, hi. I swear, I keep just missing you and getting your answering machine. Okay, so we found a spot that can host our LAN party, and, it's in the basement of the old physics building. Not exactly friendly to your condition. Long hallways, lots of steps, no curb cuts, and, I swear, this whole school is an ADA lawsuit waiting to happen, but that's okay. It's okay. We're gonna figure this out. We'll borrow a wheelchair from the med students, and then, like, just build some damn ramps. If the school won't do it, we will. I can't say they'll be up to any particular building code, but, you know, it'll do for now. And maybe we can make them permanent later.
Hell yeah.
I want you to feel welcome, you know? This place is for all of us, and that includes you. I think we can pull together to make it happen. So if the school won't do the work, we will. Miskatonic United, go fighting otters, yeah! Yeah.
Aw, you used to be fighting squids until they realized cute little otters would sell more branded sports merch. Squids, you say?
I mean, no obligation. Like, if you just don't wanna, like the bowling thing, it's okay. It's okay. But if you do want to do this, drop me an email and we'll get the ball rolling. Get you a ride out here, a wheelchair, everything you need.
Yeah, you're so nice.
I'll wait to hear from you, okay? Okay. Hang in there.
I like Henry.
Well, are you going? I think you should. This would be healthy for you.
Fuck you. Because you want me to do it.
You're too fixated on unpleasant things man was not meant to know. Caught up in the conflict of endless intersectionality. Instead, enjoy your life. Reap the benefits of America's technology and digital culture. You've earned this.
It's so condescending. What a cockhole. The world-consuming horror planning to slowly drown the world in blood and sacrifice just said, "Have a nice day." He's not wrong. This is within reach, and they're willing to accommodate my needs. If last weekend was my low point, it's time to head to higher ground. I'll drop Henry an email. Yeah, fully intend on it. Get a sandwich. Email Henry. Hello, friend. It's December 16th, 1999. I'm very happy to see you again. Hey, buddy. I need to send an email to Henry. Oh boy, sending email. What would you like it to say? Doggy. Thoughtful gesture. I think ramps and chair would get the job done. Off work late, hungry but too tired to cook. Try 30 to 40 apples. You will certainly not regret eating. It's true. Except I always forget whenever I have fresh produce, and then it goes bad. Miskatonic needs to better serve its disabled students. I think this will go a long way to showing the rest of the faculty how to get it done. 40 apples a day keeps Lank away. 30 to 40 feral apples. The last few weeks have been difficult for me. I know I missed bowling, but I definitely want to come to this LAN party. Be healthy for me to get out of the house. If you could pick me up from my home an hour ahead of time, that'd be great. I'll make sure I'm prepped and ready to go. And then attach a file, maybe a pic of a cute kitten saying thanks. Cuter, please. That's too saccharine. Can we have like a middle ground? Have a good feral apple here. Email sent. I am glad you'll be spending time with friends. I know you are facing physical difficulty. Even if you have a fun time, this will undoubtedly be exhausting. But it is good you stand up for yourself and live your life. Buddy, I'm not going to be standing. They're borrowing a wheelchair for me. My point stands, even if you do not. He has jokes. Now then, what would you like me to do for friend? Research? Did I get any research options? I did not. Every night I always get some kind of research. But Dagon didn't give me anything to look up. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna go with Yogg, and then, call it a night. What's on the tube?
No one is willing to stop climate change, but everyone wants to profit from it.
Oh, people want to. The people who want to get silenced. Dear Yogg-Sothoth, I think you need to get laid. Again, the Weather AM is not as good a subtext as the one that shows old political movies. Correct. I do absolutely fucking love those political movies, and I love them. Anyway. This is the late 90s, so Exxon still hasn't fully quashed it being a bipartisan issue, yeah. And what of it? Surely you can find someone else to lead one of the many, many branches of your corporate kingdom. So what if this particular would-be baron now works for me? Oh, I get a twosome? Or a three... wow! I'm terrified. I've been grooming him to replace my head of marketing for months now. You knew I had my eye on him. You don't even need marketing. Yoggle damn well sells itself by having a search monopoly. So why poach from my talent pool, Yosuke? I thought we had a gentleman's agreement to stay out of each other's way after we left Nomitech. You're selling a brand, I'm selling the future. My cause is greater. And marketing is abhorrent, but unfortunately mandatory for convincing short-sighted masses to embrace the stars. I could not allow a brilliant mind such as his to choose self-enrichment over perseverance. I had to step in and seize the moment. I had to make the choice for him. Wait, you didn't hire him? You conscripted him? Yosuke, you know damn well that's the one thing I hate the most in this world. Who are we to decide their fate on their behalf? I can't believe you. I ever trusted you. You're just as bad as Cthulhu. Don't poach from me again and don't override free will. This is your last warning. Goodbye. Obnoxious. I take it you overheard all that of that dreamer? Yeah. Daddy and Daddy were fighting. Connected mid-conversation. Sorry for eavesdropping. Hopefully now you see the level of ignorance and stubbornness I have to deal with in my attempt to save humanity. You seriously conscript someone to work for you, forcibly converting them into an artificial mind? Bye, Orville. Or are you saying goodbye to... Oh, you're saying goodbye to yeah, you could have done that in DMs, bruh. Yeah, you're saying goodbye to, Haster. Yeah, he left the chat. The AIM door sound. Yeah. Did you just conscript someone, forcibly converting them into an artificial mind? You're right, yeah. Wait. We gotta go to, my instance... AOL door. This might be dangerous. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that sound. Oh, this one. That one, yeah. Anyway. What of it? A parent sometimes must make decisions on behalf of a child. The child doesn't have the wisdom needed to deploy long-term thinking. Rugged individualism and absolute free will have led us to ecocide, greedy, short-sighted fools who burn their world to warm their palms. It would be nice if people chose longevity over immediate desire. But we face the strange aeon. That choice is a luxury. So we're all just children to him, very patronizing. Surely there should be enough volunteers for space travel. Ethical violations do long-term damage, though. Well, we're out here with me standing my ground. The first option will not get us to unite. You're in favor of long-term thinking, so consider this. When you violate ethics, when you force someone to work for you like this, it deals long-term damage. It breeds resentment and hate for your actions. You're setting yourself up as the monster the villagers overthrow. I don't think that's what you want for your glorious techno-utopian future. You're not wrong. I want a peaceful, positive, rational future. I'm not ignorant of the risks, and I would prefer to do things the right way by human ethical standards if possible. But Cthulhu's strange aeon approaches. The earth warms and burns, sacrifices must be made to outrun the Reaper. Time makes fools of us all, and I intend to escape that trap. What's done is done. I have the tool I need to pass this repulsive branding exercise. My future will be sold to the masses. We prefer to discuss other subjects tonight. You have a number of questions in your mind. Speak one of them and move on. We're talking about Yosuke. I'd like to learn more about Yosuke. Yep, I already heard him. Oh, why? Because I'm trying to decide whom I want to recruit for this journey to slay the dragon, remember? It helps me if I get to know you. My past is of no importance. There isn't some stark contrast between Yosuke and Yog-Sothoth. I respond to both names because I am and have always have been and always will be myself. That I have obtained the power of Yog-Sothoth is irrelevant. I grew up yearning for space, and the stars are my destination. Yeah, but the origin point matters. If you have a data snapshot at the end of a cycle, you can't see the overall path. A fair point. Continue. Okay, what was your childhood like? Boring. Standard issue, late Showa-era city living, cellarman father, stay-at-home mother, plenty of anime to stimulate a young boy's dreams of spaceflight. Good anime, too. Yamato, Gundam, Mazinger Z. Not the badly dubbed and rewritten garbage you've scrapped together and dumped on VHS. After Shrapnel has left. Anime fan? Okay, that's something to talk about. Oh, anime fan? That's what I'm talking about. Hold on, I have access to the sum of total online discourse. I see the shape of every conversation about anime. I believe I should withdraw from this particular topic before it becomes typical otaku flame war, quibbling over semantics. Let's just say I liked anime and leave it at that. Oh, well. Yeah. Your family, then. Did they support your astronomy aspirations? They supported me getting a job and making money and marrying a wife and having kids and repeating their loop forever. It's honestly a pleasant bonus that abandoning humanity chopped the last 2 steps off before they could happen. As far as my parents know, I got shot in an attempted robbery, and that's the end of that. You faked your own death? Nomitech has become very good at forging proof of death for their minds. It is harvested and leveraged in the early form of that process. But let's not skip ahead. The point is that my parents had an idea of who I was, which conflicted with my own vision. A girl, that happens to everybody. Post-virtualization, they wouldn't understand what I've become even if I bothered to tell them. If they could somehow grasp the concept of Yog-Sothoth, they'd probably just yell at me for not starting a family first. Glad I got off that no-win terminal runaround. The last thing I wanted to be was a clone of my 9-to-9 office drone father. I believe you can see why I wouldn't want that, yes. Eternal desk job will be miserable. Meaningless work does benefit Yosuke's ambition. This is dad cared for his family, enabling a good start. Those are all just listening. None of those really... his dad cared for his family, enabling a good start. Well, we're gonna lean in on the humanity aspect on him, so... It may not have been the life you wanted, but the life you have... But the life you have is only possible thanks to his hard work. I don't think you can discount the effort your dad put in to help you start off right. Your education and your upbringing are the result. Doing that for the ones you love can be quite noble. Yeah, you didn't like that? Oh well. He was merely going through the motions of his father and the father before him. There was no love in it. He provided me a steady base to leap from. I was the one who chose to leap. He was too cowardly to do so. But you had the privilege to take that leap. I owe a lot to my family for building up the privilege I enjoy, for example. At least acknowledge his role, yeah? Fine. I acknowledge that he tangentially aided my efforts. Don't misconstrue, I don't loathe my parents. I suppose you could think of pity rather than disgust. I had hoped to elevate them out of that state, honestly. If humanity ascends, the patterns they're stuck in would be no more. But to do so within their lifetime is going to be a difficult task, and time has never been on my side, has it? How so? I was quickly through the educational system, secured a work visa to apply my growing skills at NASA. I was on track to help mankind reach the stars, a young upstart full of hope and ambition. January 1986 happened. America had led the way in the space race. Even after things cooled off without competition from Soviet shuttle launches, it became routine. So the whole thing came crashing down with the Challenger. Big Bird fucking exploded to feathers. 7 souls lost on their way to the stars. NASA underwent great scrutiny after that. The program I was to join ended up being cut from the budget. I was adrift in America just as my adventure was supposed to begin. Born 2 years earlier, and I would have gotten in before the door shut. Time, as you see, has always been against me. No other space agencies were recruiting. Ones in Europe, maybe? I'd used up all my resources, all my family favored to immigrate to the States. Another move would have been insurmountable. I did consider a career with RealWare, who were supposedly on the verge of Unreal Estate, some extra-dimensional technology. But that was baseless rumor and speculation. I needed a stable career, not a pipe dream. Fortunately or unfortunately, Nomitech were aggressively recruiting for their secretive artificial mind project. With some legal and semi-legal efforts, they pulled me into their orbit. History recruited me, recognizing my talent. It wasn't the work I wanted, not the field I cared for, but my computer engineering talents could at least pass the time while NASA healed, yes. Except that never happened. Nomitech was your first and last job. Precisely. A dead-end job, somewhat literally. It didn't seem like one at first. It felt like a simple stopgap between my actual life goals. working on some ridiculous artificial intelligence scheme, the kind of thing they pour money into till their investors realize it's a scam. Obnoxious management. Hector, Haster, he put faith in me, but to the others I was an arrogant child who barely knew functional English. The Artificial Mind project was bizarre from the start to finish. None of it made sense. By all rights, it shouldn't have worked at all. I spent countless nights trying to make code do the impossible. Each core dump, each crash seemed to put me further from victory. So not only was I doing work I never wanted to do in the first place, I was failing at it as well. But how do I put this? The shape of it persisted. With every setback, every bewildering turn, it stubbornly refused to be completely implausible. Eventually, the crashes subsided, packages compiled, subroutines clicked, even when I didn't understand why. Almost like it wanted to be invented. As the months wore on, I started to realize this fool's errand. This side quest on my main journey to space, it was becoming more. But the work had to be completed. That was my task, and I refused to let earlier setbacks dissuade me. So I did what I had to do. You crack video games, yes? Go pee. You crack video games, yes? I looked into your side hustles. That means you know where I'm coming from. Well, neither confirming nor denying anything. Yes, software piracy takes a certain amount of personal stubbornness. Ah, like getting, Star Wars. Precisely. That was my work at Nomitech. Equal parts frustrating and obsessive. I had to clear this hurdle to return to space. No doubt you have questions about that work, given you're undergoing the yellow sign process. You may speak them. Did you have any moral objections to the work you assigned to him? Did he have moral objections to the work assigned to him? At least computer engineering is partly applicable to space travel. How deeply did he look into the project's origins? Tell me about your morals. Obviously, artificial minds are a tangled ethical nightmare as a scientist. Do you have objections to that? No. Next question. Seriously? No objections at all? Where are you going? I forgot my laundry. Oh. Of course not. This was a scientific challenge to me, nothing more. Nomitech and his secretive partners hadn't revealed the grand scheme to liquefy individuals for digitization yet. And besides, there can be ethical use cases. My own, for example, I under-volunteered for the process. Sort of. You sort of ethically volunteered to become an old one. The earliest test cases of artificial mind technology were disasters. A condemned dog, and an unfortunate who was accidentally exposed. The accidental exposure eventually became Azathoth. Ah, you've heard this story then. Good. You know the dangers involved. It was clear that artificial mind could not be constructed to specification without inducing fatal brain damage. I tried to convince myself that volunteers who accepted the cost would make this project worthwhile and feasible. But it became clear Nomitech would not be so discerning. They needed profit, growth, stock value increases, a product on the shelves pronto, and their silent partners likewise demanded immediate results. By this point, Haster had already retreated into cyberspace, likely an act of penance for his role in our work. And I chose to follow, to abandon my humanity and embrace the virtual. Because it was clear to me that if I didn't flee Nomitech, I would be completely, permanently employed. They'd scan you and put you to work 24/7? Precisely. So I falsified my records to fake my death and fled. Their tools for recruitment allowed my flight. The early internet could barely support my new form, but I persisted. I built Yoggle to house my process and begin the true work. And now I am Yog-Sothoth, the key and the gate, opening the way to the outer reaches of our cosmos. I survived and thrived. If I could outpace the rise of the strange Aeon, if I could build an empire and point it to the heavens, I could at last complete my ambition. I could achieve my dreams. I could elevate humanity to its rightful place. So while I can't say the path was smooth, I can say the destination was worth it. Do you see, Dreamer, the power I control? The same power you could have if you embrace your yellow sign instead of fighting it. I am a god. What possible regret could a god have? You want to actually answer that question, or are you having too much fun posturing? I'd enjoy an answer. Go on. Tell me why becoming virtual wasn't the right move. Try to be convincing, and it abuses me. Ah. Well, I'm going human on him, so... I mean, everybody has regrets. Things they left behind. Surely you've got some too? Not one. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. What's the one thing you remember from your human life that you enjoyed, but you can't experience anymore? Nothing. Except... well... instant ramen! Oh, buddy! Oh. Noodles? Seriously? You haven't lived until you've had access to kombini loaded wall to wall with every variety of freeze-dried ramen. It's perfect food for late-night study binges, and you simply can't get as wide of a selection in America. So I do miss one thing. I miss noodles. It's a price I paid willingly. I'm hardly going to throw my future away or weep in despair because I can't have ramen anymore. I do not allow regret to define me. I must push forward. We must all push forward through poison nostalgia loops. I believe my storytelling session has come to an end. I've taken you from my childhood to my very ascension. Every meaningful step. Does it satisfy your query, dreamer? Yeah, I'm good. Are we good? I'm not certain you grasp the scope of my life's work, even after laying it out in excruciating detail. Perhaps time was a waste? Or perhaps you need more time for my wisdom to sink in. I suppose we'll know by the end of the month either way. That night I had a weird dream. Ah, Nokia. Sorry to bother you, but are you happy with your current long-distance plan? They hung up. Hello, I'm calling offering a free credit check and property assessment. I just need... They hung up. Congratulations, you qualified the platinum... They hung up. More calls in queue, more clients, more demands, little satisfaction to be had. Nobody wants to speak, nobody wants to hear. They abandoned me before I even started my script. I'm alone with my switchboard. A loose signal with no safe haven, turned away from every doorstep. I hate them. I hate them all. I hate myself, and I hate the world, and I hate that click and the tone most of all. Sorry to bother you, but I'm calling you regarding your car's extended warranty. Then I woke up as someone else. I think I'm understanding the dreams a little bit more. The dreams are basically the lives that they could have had. He could have just had a life, being a guy on the phone, hating himself. I'm glad that he didn't do that, sort of, maybe? I don't know. Well, he's big sus of me, so we're doing great. Anyway, it's time to raid, so I can go to sleep. Cleoc was cool and raided us yesterday after beating Donkey Kong, so we're gonna raid them playing still in the water temple. Thanks for playing. I like playing this game. It's fun. It makes me think, and I like thinking. I like how, like, you can't find me another game like this out there, and I appreciate that. So thanks for raiding. Thanks for creating. And I hope that, we're all pushed to continue creating art in defiance of bullshit. So, keep making that art and keep being you. And I appreciate it. I'll be playing again next week. What day? I don't fucking know. I haven't looked at my schedule yet. So, but it will be happening again. So, we'll go say hi to Clee, and you'll see more of this next week. If you haven't heard it yet today, remember that. I love you. Okay, bye.